Loser sub badge.
Huh? Huh?
Yo.
Dude, it's the same fucking song.
Busy.
Yo, what up, Rob?
Yo.
Yo, what up, Rob? Wait, is
Yo.
it the same shirt? Bro, I this was washed. This is in the drawer. It is? I must have like 7 of these. The fuck was
Cactus
that?
2 years.
The fuck was that? Did someone just throw?
Miskit Vipers.
Did anyone see that?
Kiss me.
How did you just do that?
Yo, Malik Kif. I have to go take Indy to fucking school. Be right back. Yo.
What's up?
Stop.
Looking sexy today, miss.
Yup. Yup.
Miskit Vipers, Miskit Vipers, Miskit Vipers.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. What's up, chat? Yup. Like your new
Happy
hairstyle?
60 months.
I just woke up.
Miskit for Miskit Vipers.
I literally woke up and I came downstairs, and here I am. Oh, what's he saying, lol? Dude, that is the most unfunny thing. Claps in chat for anyone who does that today. My God, is that stupid.
What's up, baby? Yo.
Nice. Was funny for about the first 1
What's up,
millisecond.
Miss 10 mods? Yo. Yo.
I can't hear. I have him muted. Like,
No.
oh, lol, 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 lol. Good one, dude.
Yo, miss, can you grab me a beer? Yo.
Dude, there's too much E-Rob.
CLM.
There's that emote is. Why do they do that? Is it for deaf people?
Penis.
Is it for deaf people and people that just
Neither
watch
are.
E-Rob? What is? It's not that it's stupid, but
If she's 15.
it's gonna be used more for bad than good.
Yo. Can't believe
How?
there hasn't been better streamers in
Because
the-
you're just gonna be spamming this thing for the next 20 minutes. I hate
I hate
Xavier. E-Rob. Try the new Smash game Lyric is playing. I would if I was sponsored. I saw every other streamer get sponsored by that besides me. And it makes no sense because that's the one game that I thought I would get the sponsor
Don't
for.
wrestle me. Well,
That's stupid. There. You have a throat bubble. That's called the Adam's apple.
yo, 60 months too long.
Greek called you out. Where? When? You mean when he said that he wants to box me? Who cares?
Ray. Yo.
I don't really think it's fair to fight somebody who's 6'2" in boxing. Isn't that an advantage for me?
Dude, I'm not Bane like is anyone else like this. Like the past, like the T last.
Wait, why wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be harder for him to hit me and then it'd be easier for me to hit him? Like in wrestling, if you were shorter, you typically, honestly, were winning. Like lanky, tall guys never won. Short people always win. But I guess that's probably easier in wrestling. If you're 6'2", if you have a longer reach to me, then it's easier. Boxing taller is better. Oh. Well, then yeah, I'd lose. Against Greek, I think. I don't know. But is that really Greek calling me out, saying that he would box me when I said, who wants to box me? Or are you just a bunch of 12-year-olds who are getting pissed? Is that like people were like, dude, what's up? Like I saw this thread. Where was it? It was so stupid. Must have got removed because it was so dumb. But people were like, dude, I can't believe Greek called out Mizkif. Dude, he literally just said, yeah, I'd box you under a tweet where I said, who wants to box me? Like, I literally asked for who wants to box me. I got a lot of people. And apparently iDubbbz would actually do it. Which was pretty wild. But that's not fair. And it's exactly what you just said. If he's 6'2", and I'm 15, you smell me? Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I also don't want to box Ian. Oh my god, Olivia just messaged me. Yo, I get back in June. Let's do stuff, please. Let me add Rosie to this conversation. So what was I saying? Yeah, he wants to box me. So iDubbbz definitively said that he would box me. I'm in real with you, chat. I don't know if I would want to box iDubbbz, even if I was 6'2", okay? Like, I'm an open book, right? I'm a very honest guy. We all know that. I've always been an honest person. Dude, it's not that I think I would lose. It's that I don't know if I could deal with being the Dr. Mike of that situation, where when I go out there, people are just going to boo me because it's not my event. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I don't think I would be so unhyped if I went out there. That's like me starting my intro and everyone's already going, I don't care. It's not a good feeling. I don't want. I'm not gonna be like, let's go, everybody. Everyone's booing my ass. It wouldn't feel good. It wouldn't feel good. Am I being a pussy? Probably I'm being a pussy. But I'm sorry, it's the truth. I don't want to be the villain, dude. When have I ever been the villain? That's XQC's job. I've never been a villain guy. Look at my eyes. Do these eyes look like a villain's eyes? No. You know? I'm like a sweetheart. I'm like a beautiful apple on a Sunday afternoon. I'm magnificent. I'm well-rounded. A little bit too well-rounded. Dude, by the way, chat, I've been getting jacked lately. Check this shit out. Ignore the Cheetos. See, I can move the table now. No longer do I need to call Synac or my mates. Dude, I have to... I'm excited to stream. All right, ready? Okay, well, rip bozo to that laptop. Ready? It still looks bad. You know what? I'll come back in a month. That still doesn't look good. Shit. Fuck. Ugh, damn it. No, I think it looks good. Dude, it doesn't look bad, but my chest... I look like a prepubescent child's chest. Like, I mean, if I do this... Oh, if I do this! Wait a minute. Nah, my chest looks like shit. That's not bad, though. Right? Dude, my legs aren't bad either. I do more leg work than I do actually upper body. Could someone get me some good drugs, please? I need some good-ass shit. Like high tea stuff. Does anyone know Joe Rogan? Stop sucking it in. Is this crazy to think that I'm not sucking it in? It's not hard, dude. I mean, look, I have these lines. Look at those lines. You see that shit? Not bad, huh? Dude, I'm telling you, it's not hard for me to get ripped. At all. All you have to do is just go out in the sun and tan yourself. Ugh. Go lower. I'll show my entire dick. How many subs am I at? At 1 million subs. I'll show my entire penis on stream and I'll go offline. You need to cut, bro. It's not a muscle issue. Oh, I cannot dude. Gym bros are so fucking annoying. Just shut up, dude. Let me lift in peace. LIP. I've been farting a shit ton, though. It's so fucking bad. Like, I feel bad for Chompy. I've been farting a lot. Has anyone else been farting a lot, or is this just me? It's something in the water. It could be protein farts. I think that's what it is. And they're really bad. Like, there's a reason why no one's been coming in my room the past few weeks. Stop drinking shower water? No. It's warm. Yeah, I saw Clint's back. Of course I fucking did. I have notifications on for one fucking stream, okay? And that's Clint Stevens. Of course I saw he was back. The second he came back. I even told Connor eats pants the second he came back. And Connor said, I already know. Oh, by the way, chat. I know Clint is seen as like the hero of our time with coming back from the gambling and he's just playing Mario 64. But I do have our Ganondorf. So I asked Simp Mom. Simply's gonna try to get Simp Mom to gamble and on her stream, and I'm gonna sponsor her. I just want to see the visual of Simp Mom sitting there playing slots. Yep. Simply already asked his mom and she said she's down. I think it'd be so fucking funny. I'll just give her like $200 or something. It'd just be funny. Like, what will people say? Who's gonna cancel Simp Mom? Cook. I told Simply, I'm like, dude, your mom should just make a website. Your mom should make a gambling website. And, he's like, why? And I'm like, dude, think about it. If they deposit, like, $1,000 or more, they get a care package. You know? They get a slapstick. So, if you're depressed and sad after $1,000 you lost, you get cookies and cake. Is it really that bad? What if she gets addicted? Then that is my worst idea I've ever had. If she gets addicted to gambling, that is my worst idea I've ever had. By far. I will feel I have ruined one of the only flowers in the wheat field that is Twitch. And I would feel like an absolute piece of shit. Dude, oh my god. We have to get Simp Mom on a Discord call with, like, the call that Trainwrecks does with everybody else. We have to get her on that. With, like, Andy Milonakis, and she's like, Andy, did I go to school with you? Oh, that's good. Remember Camp Canute? Dude, thanks for letting me know on something I already fucking know, you dumbass. No shit, I know Camp Canute's happening. He tells me every day. And I have you walking in my chat every day telling me that Camp Canute's happening. I know Camp Canute's happening. I'm very well aware Camp Canute's happening. It is happening. It's so... Camp Canute should be happening, chat, in 1.5 months. So it should be happening... No, 2 months. It should be happening right after TwitchCon EU for, I think, the entire month of August. And then September is when he leaves. And then that's it. It's not a 90-day program. It's like a 30-day now. So we're going to have to use a little bit of cheats in order to get those results. Am I going to TwitchCon EU? I don't know, man. What's Soda Poppin' doing? I usually follow what he does. He's not streaming. Has he still not streamed? Has it really been that long? That's a cute background. Oh, he streamed today. He streamed for 2 hours. Streaming is cringe. Streaming is cringe. At least he hasn't changed at all. I'm very confused on these VODs. Why is this 5 hours, 2 hours, and 2 hours? Oh, he effed? That is so shit. So on the day he comes back, he gets effed? That sucks. Yeah, dude, Twitch is in a very weird state, I think, for a lot of streamers. Like, I've kind of noticed it. Alinity's gone. Soda's been gone. Every other streamer I know has been, like, kind of gone and just, like, not doing the do. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. Is it this is one of my one theories I have. Is it's May. Does anyone else get those like butterflies in their stomach during the May season? Like they want to go out, right? It's because I actually went outside when I was a kid, but I like to go outside during May, June, and July because I know those are the months where I can go out. So maybe that doesn't work with Soda popping. Never mind. I was gonna say that maybe Soda and other people are starting to feel like they want to go outside. That makes no sense. I'm sorry for bringing that up. I'm sorry for that made no sense. May is a very hot month. I thought you said something else, man. I was about to ban you. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just that people want to go outside. You're really teasing me, chap. You're pissing me off. I don't know. Maybe it's because COVID's finally kind of died down a little bit, so now people want to go outside and do shit. Dude, I don't think Soda's retiring. Come on, man. Soda's already retired. Soda's been retired for like what? Since I met the guy. Like 5 years. I don't think he's ever going to retire, though. I don't see Chance ever being like, you know what? Today's the last day I'm ever streaming. But that is a kind of weird feeling to think that one day I'll end stream and then I'll actually never come back. There will be a day where I never come back to streaming. But the thing is with me is I'll say that that's my last day and I'm never coming back and you'll see me 3 days later. With live stream fails and top kick. Yeah, you don't have to worry about me, Chad. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I have no plans of retirement. I don't know what do you do after you retire? You know? Like, what do I really do? Nothing. You die. You travel? Dude, I could travel and stream. Didn't you see that last week? Heroin? I could gamble, you're right. Like, the thing is, you know what I could do when I'm not streaming? And if I retire? The first thing I'd probably want to do is stream. Like, that's probably it. Now, dude, could I see myself one day ever going down to like 2 or 3 days a week? Yes. Totally could see myself doing that, right? But do I see myself ever... I mean, I do that anyway. Do I see myself ever retiring? Like, getting the fuck out of here? Probably not, dude. Now, here's the thing. Will I be 50 years old doing this? Let's get the people in chat saying you already are. I don't know. Will I be 50 years old? Will you still be watching Twitch though? Like, am I gonna be 50 years old and having a bunch of 15-year-old kids watching me with all their screen names on Twitch being NFTs? I here's the thing, chat, and I told you this about me. I'm a guy. You can check my Twitter bio. I'm a guy that if I don't like the crowd, I cannot try to entertain, and I don't even talk to them. I just don't care. And I think that if I was 50 years old and I'm trying to entertain a bunch of 20-year-olds, I probably would hate my life, and I probably would not want to stream. So I probably would not, if I had to guess. That's what I would say. But who knows? I really don't know. We'll find out in a few years. You're retiring in 6 months? I mean, I saw Ludwig say something, and I really wish I didn't, but he said like this. 4 years ago, I got fired from Snapchat for watching movies on the job and allegedly taking free snacks home. So he got caught reacting. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to become a streamer. I can't promise 4 more years, but I can promise at least 2. Only 2 years? No, chat. A lot of you guys are like, oh, dude, Ludwig's just baiting. Ludwig has always said, if you knew the guy, that he doesn't want to stream forever. He said that. This is not a new thing. If you know Ludwig, he's always said he does not want to stream forever. Yeah, he used to say 5 years. 3 years ago. I know people similar to you. The difference is they like to touch stuff. I mean, I like to touch stuff. I just don't get to. What's up, Ms. Cringe? Try to say that again, buddy. You're permabanned. Do you think I'm just gonna be like, what's up, dude? Like, how you doing, man? How's the kids? Miss, I'm 40 and bald. You're pretty funny. You are not 40 and bald. Okay, you're 40 and bald. You're an RP streamer and do crypto. Yeah, you probably are 40 and bald. What's going on, dude? If Rich wasn't with her, would you date Mia Malkova? No. I'm sorry, Rosie, but no. I could never date a porn star. Ever. Ever. I've even said this before, and this is just my personal preference. I could never date a girl that does OnlyFans. I couldn't do it. Maybe it's just me knowing myself. I know it's not about the nudity. I almost don't care if I'm dating a girl and she has nudes online. I almost just don't care, right? Because I just don't give a shit. It's the chatting in the OnlyFans that is the weirdest shit. So, chat, a lot of you have never had OnlyFans because I know that a lot of you guys just go on Reddits and find whatever you need, right? But a lot of the OnlyFans, here's how it works. It's not, you don't just get the nudes. You get to talk to the people. So guys will be like, I'm touching myself to you right now. Can you please call me daddy? And they'll say, hey, daddy, how you doing? I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with knowing that my girlfriend is doing that and to other guys. You know what I mean? So that's why I could never date a girl that does OnlyFans. Which pretty much means I'm confessing that I could never date a girl that comes on my stream. Like, I'm sorry, Chad. It's just the truth. Get your fantasies out of your ass. It ain't happening. You know what I mean? I could never do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. No, I could never do it. I see them typing. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm your sugar mama. Like, they're like one phone, like, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, chat. The way these girls type to you while you're touching yourself, thinking that they're so eloped with you, is they're on one hand doing it while they're drinking their mocha latte. You know, they don't really give a shit, but they're just doing the time and doing the do. And sometimes they give it to their Synax. So their Synax typing to you, hey, you know, I really want to kiss you right now. But I could not deal with that. Does that make sense? Same with the girl with porn. Dude, I could not date Mia Malkova. I'm sorry, I just could not fucking do it. I couldn't do it. Some bird girl, though, yeah, I could date Maya. Maya doesn't do any of that. Yeah, of course I could date Maya. Totally fine with that. But dating somebody that is, who literally their job is to make guys come for a living, and I could not do that. You know? I could not do that. That is very... So pretty much like 90% of the girls on this website, I'm fucked. So Miz probably starts his own entertainment company separate from OTK. Bro, this is not your secret Discord. You just typed that in my chat, you dumbass. I'm not starting a company without OTK. OTK's mine, man. I own that shit. I should make an OnlyFans competitor. I should. Only friends? That's good, dude. Only friends. I like that. Fans only. That's nice. Oh, check out the bicep vein. It's growing in, chat. You see that shit? No, me neither. Dude, but look at this. You see that ridge right there? That's some nice shit. That's a beautiful mountaintop. Where? Keep looking. It was there a minute ago. I swear it's chat. It's there. It's there. Now my hand hurts. It should be there, dude. Nurses love me. Now we know what hand he uses. Okay, that's weird. I do not jerk off with my left hand. I jerk off with my right hand. No one jerks off with their left hand. That's weird. The only time I ever jerked off with my left hand is whenever I would make my hand numb and then jerk off with my left hand to make it feel like it's somebody else, which was really fucking dumb. I've become so numb. It doesn't work. It doesn't feel good. Dude, the best jerk off shit I've ever had in my entire life is when I was a kid, when I went by Ms. Kid, I used to take a banana. You're wrong on whatever you're thinking. I took a banana peel. So the banana I would shove in my ass. And then the banana peel I'd put on my dick and I would use it. And you'd have to warm it up in the microwave for a couple seconds. And that shit was so good. It's really good. Yes. The hardest part is when your mom's asking you why you're microwaving a banana peel for 30 seconds. It's a very weird conversation. But if you get past that, I'm telling you, it's good. You're getting your chat yeast infections? It's better than becoming gambling addicts, okay? What do you want me to say? Imagine finding a banana peel with cum in it. You're being really stupid. You literally just take the banana peel and you throw it outside. It disintegrates in 2 days. You're welcome. What's with all of the spares? Is it because I said gambling meta? You guys like how it's been 2 days and no one gives a shit about it anymore? Isn't that funny? Literally, it's been 2 days and now no one cares. It's exactly what I said. No one's gonna care. It stopped. People are pissed. People are mad. I don't think it has as much hype. People aren't entertained by it. But it already is there. Dude, yeah, trains at 40K. Bro, like, it's like no one gives a... Dude, it's so dumb. What am I doing here? Like, put it into my perspective. Train has made $4.2 million today. He has 40,000 viewers. And I'm out here watching Top Kekken live stream fails for $1. You know, it's like... What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm not making Jersey proud, dude. I'm supposed to be the scumbag here. Don't compare your life to others. You will always be unhappy. But that's not fun. 40K dead chat. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's a completely dead chat. It's people waiting for a giveaway. Now that's why I'm watching. You're one of the last bastions that defends Twitch becoming a sellout slot machine. DGen Casino website. I was baiting for that answer. Thank you, man. Now my ego's up. Mods, change the title. I'm the last bastion on the website. You follow Castro? Yes, this is even more addictive than casino gambling. It's opening up FIFA packs all day. Wait, that's Rubius. I am now racist. Chat, we got a lot of stuff to go over today. You unfollowed XQC and Train. I mean, yeah, I get why you did. But just know when you unfollowed, 10 more people followed.
Yo.
I hated that. How neat is that? Are you and Castro ever gonna do something? Wait, he's in Texas? This dude's in Texas? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, you're right. Wait, how far is this from Cedar? Let's see. He is...
Yo.
3.5 hours. I would hang out with him.
Happy 17 months, Mr. Miskiff. Can we get a Stan Lunar stream? Paint the town.
I don't know what that means. Dude,
Yo.
The problem with this... Dude, I actually cannot stand... I can't stand TTS. I don't know how streamers can deal with this. It's so fucking annoying. I'll just be a one-man band. It's the same shit. Yo, 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 yo. Miskiff, yo. Ask wants to hang out? No. Dude, he's 3.5 hours away. You realize that that's... Being 3.5 hours away pretty much means he's never coming over. Hell, dude, streamers that are 20 minutes away won't even come over my house. You think a 3.5 hour drive from Castro is ever happening? He loves you. It's not enough to come over, man.
getting me excited already.
We arranged for gambler Tony Franklin to join a unique experiment by one of the world's leading experts on addiction, Professor David Nutt.
I'm interested in this.
Gambling addiction is not a failure of will. It is a brain disorder which is preyed upon by the gambling industry.
Honestly, I can feel my heartbeat just rising, just looking at the damn thing.
Once you become addicted, it's very, very hard to stop because you've changed your brain. Addiction is a brain that has changed to become entrained to the desires of the gambling.
So we're going to start the roulette task, Tony.
This will be the first time anyone plays something similar to a fixed odds betting terminal from inside an MRI scanner. The
I mean, my heart
professor
would be beating
says
too.
it will reveal what's happening in Tony's brain as he uses a keypad to bet.
I've got £1,000 to spend. Can I spend it all on the first spin?
When Tony is doing his task, when he's looking at the roulette wheel and he's making
He's
a
doing
decision,
$1,000 spins,
bet,
baby.
parts of the brain get turned on, and then they can't stop. And we think there's probably a chemical basis to that. So that's what we're expecting to see, that the habit centers are overactivated in people with gambling compared with normal people like us.
Did he win?
The brain's not very active. Maybe a little bit here. He's thinking at the, what shall I do? But it's pretty calm. Contrast that with what happens in the next one. And
That's a huge difference from
indeed
there to there.
Exactly.
So that's in a matter of seconds as well, would it be?
Exactly.
Or?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
So here we see the
Central
visual
nervous system.
The back of the brain here, intensely activated. He's watching really closely. He wants that ball bearing to come down on his color. And now we look at the emotional regions. And these are different regions activated. This is the anterior cingulate cortex.
Right.
This is the insular. And these are the two areas of the brain which make sense of emotions. They may generate the emotion he's feeling of excitement. Will I win? Won't I win? And here we see very similar picture. In fact, the only real
That's a cool ass
difference
skin.
between winning and anticipating is this area here. And this is an area where I think we see the sense of satisfaction. Yeah, I've won. That's good. Register that. Start again. But overall, winning and waiting to see if you've won, the anticipation, they're both pretty much the same. And that's a really key point about gambling. It's not just the winning that counts. It's the taking part. And the taking part repeatedly when you don't win is as activating to a gambler as the winning. When you're sitting in a fixed odd terminal, you're getting this every 20
Constant.
seconds.
Yeah.
So you can have hundreds of them. And so that process can become, in the end, it becomes kind of habitual. It becomes addictive.
Whoa!
The Association
baby.
of British Bookmakers told us
99.5% of people who gamble do so responsibly.
Okay.
Gambling addiction is complex and multifaceted, and as an industry, we strongly encourage responsible gambling.
Well, 99% of you guys are responsible gamblers, chat. 99% of you. Yeah, that was a state ad, by the way. That was a state ad. Ugh, I still follow this guy. Ugh.
Recognize that, these are issues that most Americans agree on. The Democratic Party keeps...
When will I grow up? Alright. Let's get to the fucking bullshit. Play what the multiverses? We could later, I'm down. Today's gonna be a really long stream. Miskiff secretly wants to gamble on stream so bad. No, not really. I really don't like slots, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck and a stack and a half. I really think slots are so boring. I think it's so boring. I do it for like an hour and then I'm like, and I did it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a gambling addiction. Maybe that's why I don't want to do it. I don't have an addiction. I never cared for it. When I was doing Sweet Bonanza, I was like, all right, the hour's up, I'm going to bed. And I would just go to bed. I never had this like super crazy, wait, one more moment, you know? But I fucking love Sweet Bonanza, baby. Alright, ready? Northern Lion shuts down a viewer. Northern Lion.
The word yeast disgusts me. Okay, that sounds like something you should work on. The rest of us are adults who have real problems, so we don't have to manufacture ones in our head, and we're trying to have a conversation right now.
That was just not needed. Why did he do that? That was just so not needed. Dude, this clip, Nazarian linked it like 17 times in my offline chat. From Giga Chads to Coomers, here we are.
그리고 프리리 에미루 에미루는 I love 에미루 let's
I'm joining you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you.
cosplay 프라미토
Wait, I didn't hear it.
그리고 프리리 에미루는 I love 에미루
Dude, you destroyed Ms. Kiff with your 3 out of 10. No, she didn't. When will you kids learn that I love being degraded, okay? I like that she called me a 3 out of 10. When will you learn?
에미루 let's cosplay one day let's make legendary cosplay 프라미토 언젠가 진짜 레전드 코스프레를 에미루랑 하는 거 괜찮지? 그리고 프리리 에미루는 I love 에미루
Does she always talk like this? Nazarian, does she? Pretty Emaru. Yes? I'm not gonna lie to you, I only ever see her dancing. And dude, she gets like 12K viewers doing it. Dude, she's huge. See the one on your Reddit?
I think this is Music Keep a big plan. Because I see Music Keep that Music Keep seems like a crazy person to streaming.
Okay. What the fuck is going on with this crazy bitch? What the fuck? What?
This is Music Keep a big plan. Because I see Music Keep that Music Keep seems like a crazy person to streaming. I think.
Why is she fucking barking at me? What is this?
I think.
Why is she barking at me? I think she's mocking you. When do I ever bark on stream? When do I ever bark? Was that her? That was her impression of me. What? Whenever you play Warwick, good one, dude. Bro, this is her I show speed impression, okay? I do not ever fucking bark on stream. I'm actually very polite, I think so. I don't really do much of that. I don't know what she's saying here.
I think this is Music Keep a big plan.
Dude, does she want to come over or not? She's pissing me off. Did she at least say that she wants to come over? Not in her underwear? Wait, why not? She has a kid? So? Can't the kid come? What? Oh my, dude. How do I get canceled for saying stupid shit when I said, can the kid come, and you guys are hauling me, and that's in your head? Like, how am I the one that's getting canceled all the time when you are the problem? You know what you said? Yeah, I said, can the kid come? I'm not some deranged, sick fucking chat. $777 spam. God, what a time on Twitch. I actually had the mute button on when this was remember this was like the craze? All the kids were doing it. 777 spam ruled the land. Every TTS you ever went to was 777 spam. It was awesome. Oh, you know what? Honestly, compared to the metas today, you're right. I miss it. You're right. Compared to the metas today, I missed the 7-7 spam everywhere, dude. Holy fuck, it was annoying. Am I really at 777,777 subscribers? Yes. Dude, it sucks. I'd be well over 1 million subs if I didn't have to redo my fucking channel. God, that sucks. You're gonna copy me? Bro, Ms. Kiff. Hold on. Okay, maybe you're right. No, there's a clip. What is it, Ms. Kiff clips? That's it. Yeah, this is 312. So I'd be at 900, so I'd be at over 1 million subscribers. What? Oh, by the way, chat, I have a VOD channel. So, a lot of you have been noticing lately, a lot of my VODs go peepo poof. And I'm not really sure why that's happening, but I should probably stop watching Ice Poseidon every other stream. So, my editors made a VOD channel, so that way you could watch the VODs and not have to worry about if they're on Twitch or not. Because, yeah. There you go. Nice, we went up 300 subscribers. That's 1% of you. Only the gambling addicts click subscribe. Come on, chat. Stop spamming, you stupid bitch. I'm sorry. I stopped, but my mods didn't. Wait, there was a bottom left thumbnail that was bad?
Don't subscribe to find out what it is.
Twitch will be removing the rerun feature. Honestly, good. I didn't really see a... What the fuck? Why did they put the rerun feature in? To make money, of course, but... I always thought it was very weird. I didn't like it. I always thought it was very weird to do reruns. I didn't really think it was... I don't really think there was a lot of use for it. Wreckful... I mean, it's not enough. I don't think there's really use for it. But then again, like, taking it away doesn't really do anything. No. Like, it's not like it's really anything at all. Wreckful doesn't even do reruns anymore, right? No. Nope.
Am I handsome? Am I handsome?
No.
Am I cool?
No.
Am I honest?
No.
Am I a scumbag?
Yes.
Lol. Twitch sends Soda some presents. Is it a contract?
Hoodie.
That's kind of a cool hoodie. Wait, I like that. That's actually a cool hoodie. It's got like the moon like design on it, like a Pluto, you know? I actually kind of like that. I think it's good. Wait, why didn't I get it? You're right. Why the fuck did Chance get this for ditching for 12 days and I don't get shit?
Toilet paper? Oh no, this is a jigsaw puzzle. Wow, thanks guys. A hoodie.
He's prettier than you? Is Soda look better looking than I am? Yes. By a long shot. I know. Barry had an interesting talk with S-Fan. What the fuck is going on with Barry today?
일단 my friend's S-Fan. 나 에스펀드한테 도와달라 했어. 에스펀드 help me. help me. I'm talking to my friend honestly my mind. 내 마음을 솔직하게 얘기를 했고. 그다음에 미즈키프는
I don't talk like that. I don't. Why is it every time she mentions me, she goes, what is this? Why does she keep fucking barking me?
This 미즈키프.
What the fuck's going on? Why? When I met her, I was so fucking nice. She called me a 3 out of 10. I'm not. What the fuck's going on?
Friends S-Fan. 나 에스펀드한테 도와달라 했어. 에스펀드 help me. help me. I'm talking to my friend honestly my mind. 내 마음을 솔직하게 얘기를 했고.
Wait, so she's talking to her friend who is her mind. So she's talking to herself and she thinks she's friends with herself. So Barry's fucking crazy.
그다음에 미즈키프는 This 미즈키프. 우리 미.
Uh-huh. Okay. I get it now. I get it now. Why is there random XQCL spam right here? I like how this guy's just trying to figure this all out. Carlos, I don't think you got it, man.
우리 미. 일단은 my friend's S-Fan. 나 에스펀드한테.
Very confusing. I don't know what she's trying to say, but if she's saying that she wants to come over, she can come over. I'll let it happen. Barry, if you're watching, you're a crowd favorite. Rosie, tell her how much of a favorite she is. Yeah. You can come over whenever you want, Barry. What up, Poke? That's cute. I like that. Alright. My big plan, Mizzy Lamonting. Dude, stop making these, please. For the love of God. Please, stop making these. Dude, chat, you know what I've been grinding to lately? I listen to S-Fan's electronic playlist on Spotify, and it's actually good. This is his playlist he does when he does S-Fan Radio and just plays World of Warcraft. Who looks the hottest here? Honestly, if Bruce shaved his mustache, I'd go for it. Shot looks like Casey Tron. Ooh, I didn't even see Nick. Oh, shit. I don't know what they did with Rich. Rich, like, doesn't have anything going for him. Rich just looks like a fat guy. Seer literally got Mia Malkova's body. I like how Asmongold has, like, these redneck tits. Like, these saggy-ass redneck tits. And S-Fans are fucking ridiculous. No, you're right. Nick definitely has the hottest tits. Definitely. Dude, Tectone's body's nice, though. Dude, no. These tits are not worth it for this face. Like, my face is so ugly that it's not worth it. Unless you got some blackout curtains and you turn off every single light in your house and your neighbor's houses, it ain't worth fucking me for this. It's just not worth it. Here, let me cover Rich. Paper bag? Bro, you're gonna need the whole shopping cart, okay? Do you see this face? I'm ugly. S-Fan looks good. If I had to fuck one of these, it would definitely be Nick. I think chat's right. Asmon literally just looks like his dad. You gonna get a new game, Miz? Probably not. I mean, maybe I'll slip hashtag added to my title later, but I'm probably not gonna play that game. Class is taking turns playing Mario Kart. Why is this on my Reddit? Why do I give a fuck? Okay, like what? Like okay, like why? Why do I care? You're playing 100cc. I really don't care, man. Here, I want you all to talk about how you don't care in the comments here. I'm gonna link this. We don't care. But wait, that's a YouTube video. Go ahead. Everyone talk about how they don't care. You're doing 100cc 4 races. We don't care. Not one person said something. A 110 comments. Oh shit. Shut up, chat. You're so stupid. Bro, it's 100cc. I don't ever want to see 100cc on my Reddit. $150cc is peak. I think people who do 200cc are weirdos. 200cc is just, it's not even fun. Yeah, Schlatt's the only one I know that likes 200cc. You don't know how to brake? You're right, I'm from Jersey. I just want to keep going. Isn't this hate rating? Me telling a guy that 100cc is garbage? No, that's just me. There's hate rating, and then there's me being correct. And I'm sorry, it is garbage. What else is there on live streams? Anything? Oh yeah, chat, she's coming over in like a week.
Toilet.
Okay, wait,
And then-
what?
Yeah, took me to the boys' toilet room.
I took you there?
Yeah, took me there.
Okay.
And then you're standing on that urine, that unit there. You say, Dad, I stand here, I pee, and then my pants all
Okay,
got wet.
I know that happened. I didn't. Okay, I
No,
didn't like.
you say I didn't know that. You say I stand very close to it, but still it wet my pants. You say, what's going on? You cannot stand in the pee. You know, you remember that? You don't remember.
I remember peeing my pants and trying to stand and pee.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
to the boys' toilet.
Okay, wait,
And then-
what?
Yeah, took me to the boys'
Yeah, forget her coming over, dude. When's her dad coming over?
toilet room.
I took you there.
Yeah, took me there.
Okay.
And then you're standing on that.
Have I ever peed myself? Yes, of course I have. Dude, one time, oh, this is a bad story. So if you want to mute, I totally understand. I'll give you a second. Tab out of Valorant and mute. Be like this guy. Just put your fucking pause champs and tell me that you're at least paying attention. Dude, this may be one of the most embarrassing moments. Okay, I got invited to the fucking party of the year in 7th grade, chat. You want to know how bumping this party was? Everybody was grinding out, wearing their Abercrombie and Finch, right? You only can wear Abercrombie and Finch because that's the highest style. Or some of the Giga Chads around there were wearing, what's that one brand in Jersey that everyone wore? It began with an H. Was it Harley? No. No. It was, Harley Davidson? No. It was, Hollister was mid. Everyone wanted Abercrombie and Finch. It was something else. It was for Guidos. Ed Hardy, that was it. Ed Hardy. Okay, so everyone's wearing Ed Hardy shirts. This is how people legitimately looked in 2007, by the way. Ready? Ed Hardy jersey guy. You're gonna throw up. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good example of what people actually looked like in 2007. Like, this was the look. So picture a bunch of 9-year-olds trying to dress like this, right? Like this. This is legitimately how people looked in 2007. You always would have your white sleeve right here, under your Ed Hardy shirt, always, and you would always have a hat on. So you look like the biggest scumbag you could possibly look. Everyone's decked out in either these clothes or Abercrombie and Finch, right? I got invited because I was dating a girl who was a popular girl. So I was dating a girl who was a popular girl, and I got invited to the party. And I don't get invited to many parties back in 7th grade because, I'll be real with you, chat, I was playing World of Warcraft all day. I didn't have time for any of that shit because I was too busy doing the same dungeons over and over again and running around Dalaran. I didn't really have time for these parties and shindigs, but I said to myself, you know what, I might as well go to this one because it was the party of the year. So I show up, they let me in. My mom drops me off. Boom. I immediately get out of my mom's car. I actually told my mom to park away from the house because my mom drove this. She drove a 2007 Nissan Murano. And it was so ugly. It was actually this exact car. And I'm like, I am not showing up to the party of the year in a fucking bug. So I told my mom to drive a couple blocks away so I can show up to the party. And I did. I got in the party and I'm downstairs, right? People are bumping like music. And it's a 7th grade party. Her parents aren't home, okay? Now, some of the kids in the back of the room were drinking. And I didn't drink, right? I didn't drink. I actually, in 7th grade, I thought it was insane that people were drinking. I'm like, you guys are actually horrible people and you're going to hell. I couldn't believe that in 7th grade people were drinking, and I'm like, you guys are horrible people, and I will be telling. But then it's funny. 8th grade, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh yeah, let's drink. But in 7th grade, I was like, dude, you are going to hell. You have a cigarette in your mouth. You're a terrible person. You're a monster. I guess I was raised kind of right. But it is what it is. But yeah, so I show up to the party, right? And you hear music. There's chips. There's salsa. You know what everyone was doing at this party, chat? You know what everyone was doing? There's 50 kids there. You know what they were all doing? The cool thing of the party was making a Facebook. There was a line for the computer that was there for people to make Facebooks. They're like, dude, like, I'm gonna use this picture as my Facebook profile picture. Like, oh shit, dude, that's actually such a good picture. It was so lame. I did not make a Facebook. I didn't even get in line. Because I'm sitting there with my girlfriend at the time. Her name was Julia, right? And we're like kind of sitting down. And I'm sitting down with my girlfriend and a bunch of other people, right? Her name is Julian, yeah. Shut the fuck, it's a real story. I'm sitting there with her, minding my own business. And all of a sudden, I had to fart. And so I pushed it out, you know. There's a lot of people around me, I could just blame someone else. I shit my pants. And when I say I shit my pants, it was the muddy shit. It was the horrible, disgusting, I can't get up without people knowing I just shit myself shit. And I was wearing shorts. I did not move. And you know what I did at the end of the party when people started to leave? It was the most embarrassing thing. I think my girlfriend knew I shit myself. Because we broke up a couple weeks later. And I think every time someone came over to me, they must have thought I was paraplegic or something. Because they'd be like, dude, what's going on, Miz? And I would just be on the ground, not moving my legs, waiting for them to come up and shake my hand. This is going to sound bad. First of all, Casey, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I did this at your party about 12 years ago. Or actually, no, it was about 18 years ago. I went in her bathroom. I used my underwear. And I threw it outside. I opened the window and I just chucked it outside into her neighbor's yard or some shit. I don't remember where I threw it, but I remember I threw the underwear outside of the room. And now, all of a sudden, I'm balls to the wall in my shorts. I had to do it. You have to, chat. There was nothing I could do at this point. I had to go upstairs and save myself. So I took the underwear that I shit myself in. I just chucked it outside. And now, all of a sudden, I didn't smell nearly as bad, but I still smelled terrible. It was not going away. Yeah, it was probably the worst time of my entire life. The party ended. Everyone had a new Facebook. You know, I'm sitting on the ground still in a vegetative state. And she broke up with me a couple days later. The moral of the story is, chat, always bring extra underwear. Yes. You could have showered. Not at a girl's house that I barely know. She's a popular girl, chat. Imagine I went to Trixie Tang's house. You don't ask Trixie Tang if you could shower. So, that happened. And then, what is Muddy Matt? Dude, shut up. Anyway, so, that happened. Then there was another time I was at my friend Mike's house. This is actually Muddy Matt. I'm feeling so nauseous, right? I'm like, dude, I need to go to the bathroom. And my friend Mike's like, yeah, dude, he had a mansion. So he's like, down the hall to the left, take the elevator, go to the right. I go to the bathroom, and I just start throwing up, right? I start puking my brains out. And I got, I don't know why I was naked or something. I got naked in the bathroom somehow. I don't remember this whole story. Was I drunk? No, it was like 6th grade. I start puking in the bathroom. And as I'm puking, I shit myself and it starts flying. And it hits the shower. So all in the shower now, it just smells like shit. Because I literally torpedoed poop into the shower. And it just started splattering all over the fucking wall. So I'm throwing up at the same time. Like, no! And it's puking I'm shitting all over the wall. But I was, that did happen. Stop thinking everything's a fake story. You're ruining it. You want me to call my mom and ask if I shit at my friend's house? It's true. Call Julia. I can't call Julia because the last time I called her, she had Cricket Wireless. So, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know where she's at. Yeah, she had Cricket. So, she was struggling. Me, I had Boost Mobile. Where you at? I had the good shit. No, I don't know if you guys check your Facebooks nowadays, but I sometimes check my Facebooks to see what's going on. And Facebook's not even the degenerates that have children are using Facebook anymore. It's a ghost town. My Facebook is a ghost town. There's nothing on it. It's kind of sad. I did try to get laid on Craigslist once. It was when I was in California. I tried to get laid on Craigslist. She would have to like sneak out, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go home. You really don't know how to pick them? It's a giant wheat field, man. What do you expect? You're not gonna always get flowers. I love Latino women. Jeff. I do. No, not Alinity, no. Alinity's too crazy. That's just not the Latino in her. Alinity's... There's something else going on with Alinity. Aha, this Nim guy.
Oh my god. This is...
This is...
Say around here.
Is he...
No.
Wait. Is he trying to guess when this exact stream was for Forzen?
No, this is too much. 1 year later. Oh, come on. I got unlucky on the day guess.
What the hell, man? What the fuck? This is parasocial. Chat, this is parasocial. I'm sorry, Nim. I'm gonna call it as it is. Very parasocial. It wouldn't surprise me if Nim became a streamer so Forza recognizes him. It's a little bit much. A lot of people could do that with your stream. Let's see. Ready? Let's see how good you guys are. I'm gonna pick a random VOD and you have to guess which day it was. You wanna do channel points on it? There's no way you'll get this. You want some gambling? I'm trying to load the VOD. I'm probably the first one to do this in 3 years. Holy shit. You're not gonna guess this, man. There's no way. I don't... You know what's so sad about this? It's the same shirt. And honestly, it's the same fucking playlist. Oh, hold on. Oh. March 2020. Nope. I don't get it. Wait, what game is that from? I don't get it. It depends where. Flint, Michigan, man. It was April 30th, 2020. There's no way. I feel like a lot of my VODs sometimes are the same shit. I mean, but then again, we also just watched Forzen, so. Okay, let's see who gets this first. Ready? Nope. I'm gonna scroll down really far. You guys will get this one. That's not fair. Rabadon, Swiggity Swooty, I'm coming for that booty. John Player, the special. Surge for the hoodie from the store. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Stork. Elizabeth, with the search warrant. 2019, chat. No, he says it's April. It's still April 2020. You guys are not good at this. You're not good at this. You're thinking way too far back. All right, how about this one? Rich that all the time. It's impossible for me to understand that 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people are watching me at a specific time and that you're actually human. It's impossible to conceptualize. And I think a lot of time that just makes it like 2018, like yeah. A lot of times only 20, 30,000. Yeah, it's definitely 2018. Human. And I think it's difficult for me to really or for streamers. It's kind of hard with me. What's like Ms. Kiff's first stream? You know what? Why am I looking at my first stream? That's probably not a good idea, Sean. I bet 80% of the people that are in that first stream are probably canceled. So we shouldn't do it. The algorithm knows everything. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. That one's bad. Oh, Slick wants to have a birthday party. That's fine. Yo, Miss, can you say hi to my grandma? She's dead. Yo, Rip Grandma. What's up? How do I say what's up to your grandma? She's dead. Miz, watch this. No. We have a lot of other stuff to watch, man. Like, a crazy amount of shit. We've got a lot of good stuff. Chad, let me ask you a question. This may sound... I may be biased about this because I did play the game. Would you want to watch a video called WoW's Darkest Secrets? Is that too... Mods, pull it. Is that too far-fetched? Oh, I'll be right back. I'll pay. Tattoo on Cheetos? What did the crowd say? No! 64%. That makes sense. It makes sense. I get it. I mean, I do get it. It hurts. But I fucking get it. The thing is, if you really did want to watch this, you probably watched it on Aspen's stream, you know? But it's okay. Cake. Alright, I want to watch this. It's a long-ass video, but I actually kind of want to watch this. I've never seen it. And I have no friends. Why is the stream lagging? My chat's spamming NAM too fast. What's this? You liked this video, man. Wait.
With over 500 hours of content uploaded to YouTube nearly every minute, there is bound to be some pretty weird and wacky stuff on this platform. This YouTube iceberg lays out some of the weirdest things YouTube has to offer. So if you clicked on this video, you probably already know how an iceberg chart works, but just in case, basically the higher up entries on the iceberg chart are supposed to be like pretty common knowledge, pretty well-known facts and information relating to YouTube. You know, stuff that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg. But the farther down the entries on the iceberg are, the more obscure and like mysterious they're supposed to be. So, where did this iceberg come from?
You stole that from me.
Reddit. Yeah, I'm just as disappointed as you, but it doesn't stop this iceberg from being interesting nonetheless. Why don't we take a look at this iceberg and try and identify and define all the entries on it. I'm gonna get some of that Minecraft gameplay going to help lighten the mood because things are gonna get kind of weird. Here we go. Nursery rhymes. So what I think this entry on the list is referring to is just the copious amounts of really weird, like, nursery rhyme YouTube videos aimed towards kids on YouTube. So of course on YouTube you've got a lot of normal nursery rhyme videos. We're talking like these kind of like...
And they make so much money and it pisses me off.
Educational music videos that are aimed towards kids to like help them learn stuff. But for some reason there's
They're
also
so
this
fucking
kind
weird.
of like subgenre of these nursery rhyme videos that are just super weird. Like this subgenre of nursery rhyme videos we're talking about here are usually categorized by their super low budget and like super low effort look to them. They typically hold very little educational value, if any at all, and a lot of the time they are like barely even what could be considered a nursery rhyme. Like a lot of the time it's like barely even music.
Lion, lion.
And despite all this, some of these videos garner absolutely huge amounts of views.
Holy shit! Learn fruits and animals. Dude. Wait, where? I don't even see the...
Panda. Rhino. Rhino. Tiger.
Tiger style. That's so good. What poor kid's listening to this?
Apple. Apple. Gray. Gray.
Fucking terrible shit you hear on towards the stream.
Kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruit. Banana.
Wait,
Banana.
what's this? Oh shit, he's the end.
Ow. Ah. Oh. Ow. Oh. Ah.
And this is a new one. It's a new one.
Lion. Lion. Gorilla.
Ape gang, baby.
Gorilla. Kangaroo. Kangaroo.
Adore.
Pineapple. Pineapple.
Grapes.
Blueberry.
Fuck!
Blueberry. Pear. Pear.
Cocomelon.
Rockmelon. Rockmelon.
Oh shit, here we go. That is the most bizarre shit I've seen in a long time, and I loved it.
Basically, it's just really weird. Mobile game ads. YouTube kind of has this tendency to give people really weird and really misleading ads for mobile games. Sometimes the ads for mobile games YouTube gives you are just super low quality and super low effort and make no sense. And sometimes the game the ad is advertising
who would buy
for
it?
looks nothing like it does in the advertisement, and it's just super
What
weird
the fuck?
and really stupid. Logan Paul Suicide Forest. Back towards the end of 2017, popular YouTube vlogger Logan Paul went to Okigara Forest in Japan, a forest known to have many people kill themselves in it. Basically, Logan Paul went to this forest and filmed a dead guy in it.
And I remember when I went to Korea, how many people are gonna be like, were like, Mizkif's gonna be the next Logan Paul going to Korea. And I'm like, wow, I have a bunch of racists in my community. That's what I learned.
But not only did he just
A lot
film
of
a dead
racists.
guy, he put it in one of his vlogs and uploaded it to YouTube. Believe it or not, the video was not received particularly well, and it was promptly taken down, though in a lot of ways the damage had already been done. Logan Paul received a lot of deserved criticism, and the whole situation made a lot of news headlines, and the whole situation was just really messed up and terrible. Looking back on this whole thing, though, it really was just kind of a road bump in Logan Paul's career, considering he's still on YouTube. Nowadays, he's making Pokemon card unboxing videos.
Fuck, he's cool.
So this entry on the list is a little bit random, but I'm pretty sure it's just referring to just bots you can find on YouTube. I think this entry on the list is probably specifically talking about, like, comment bots. You know how sometimes if you go into the comments of a YouTube video...
Dude, I almost don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to anyway because I have no content. Dude, does anyone ever see my YouTube comments and how half of them are women with their 18+ fucking hashtag ad at the end of their title with their big fucking boobas out and they're upvoted and all they're doing is just copying the top comment? I'm like, man, they have good ass content, bro.
There'll be commenters that are not actual people, but they're just bots, and they usually say just really stupid and, like, meaningless things. The Odd Ones Out is a furry. So The Odd Ones Out is a pretty popular storytime animation YouTube channel. His videos are pretty alright.
And boxer.
Though I guess there's been a little bit of a rumor floating around recently that The Odd Ones Out is a furry. I guess people often cite the fact that he has a...
Let me ask you guys a serious question. Would you stop watching me if you found out I was a furry? Yes. Actually. Would you actually, if you found out I'm a legit furry, like I go to furry conventions, I'm Twitch staff, like if you found out the whole 9 yards, would you stop watching for me? Would you rather me be a gambling addict streamer 24 hours a day or a furry? I actually believe you. I think, to a sense, you have to watch a streamer and enjoy who they are, which it sounds crazy when you're watching me, but I think if you knew that I was actually a huge furry and I had a massive persona and, like, I think a lot of you guys would probably be like, I just can't watch this guy anymore, and I can't blame you.
$1,000 fursuit head that has made a lot of appearances in his videos and like pictures on social media, and that he talks about furries a lot in his videos a lot. So is The Odd Ones Out a furry? There are some people out there that are super convinced The Odd Ones Out is a furry. Though if you ask me, he's probably not. Just straight up, he probably isn't. If you ask me, I think The Odd Ones Out probably finds it kind of funny that people call him a furry, so he just kind of plays into the joke because it's funny. Though with this kind of stuff, you can never be too certain. Furries are a weird breed out there, and you never know what they're gonna do.
Furries
Fake
and animators
claw
are
machine
furry.
videos. So on YouTube, there's a pretty big genre of videos that are centered around claw machine games. These videos are usually about people winning prizes and stuff out of claw machines, and you know, the thumbnails and titles of these videos would lead you to believe that the people in these videos are legitimately winning prizes from these claw machines. Although, much of the time, these videos are pretty much fake. A lot of the time, the people in these videos aren't like going out to an actual arcade and winning prizes from actual claw machines. What often happens in a lot of these videos, though, is people will have their own, like, personal claw machines that they have total control over. They can, like, control the likelihood of them winning a prize out of, and they'll make it look like it's a legit claw machine at an arcade, when in reality, it's just like their own personal thing that they have total control over. YouTubers threatened on the dark web. There are a lot of things this entry could potentially be referring to, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of a joke entry on the iceberg. On YouTube, there's a pretty big genre of videos about people basically pretending to be abducted by people on the dark web.
Oh, that's so
or,
fake,
like,
man.
buying mysterious things off the dark web or whatever. These videos are often like super clickbaity and they're aimed towards kids a lot of the time.
I don't know if you would really consider this dark web, but my brother and I used to buy a lot of shit off of Rainbow Road. And what was it called? What was the road called, chat, that everyone used to go to? Fuck, what was it called? Silk Road. Used to buy a lot of shit on Silk Road, baby. And you know what's the most annoying part about it, chat? This was 12 years ago. This was 2010. And you know what he used to buy it with? Bitcoin. Yep. It's not a fake story. If you were like, it's not a fake story. My brother was 18, 19. He was buying fucking weed off of Silk Road. A lot of people did that shit. A lot of people did. So he would buy it, and what he would do is he would sell it to his friends. Because it was cheap as fuck on Silk Road, and it was not only cheap, it was really good shit. Like, it was top grade. It was like, it was the best of the best, baby. So he'd buy that shit, he would sell it to his friends and make money. But he was the kind of guy that would only smoke, or he would sell so he could smoke. I was the kind of guy that sold to you know, I was trying to fucking buy a Dodge Charger.
And they're super stupid, and I think this entry on the list is kind of making a joke about it. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe there was a YouTuber that was legitimately threatened by the dark web. I don't know, though. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is a pretty popular series on YouTube. The series kind of like parodies the likes of Sesame Street or the Muppets, and the whole series kind of tells this really vague story that many people like to theorize about. It's a pretty good series.
I love it.
There isn't really anything legitimately mysterious about it, but it is pretty cool. Soup.avi. So this entry on the iceberg refers to a pretty mysterious video that's been uploaded on YouTube under many different names, although the most popular upload of the video is called blankroomsoup.avi. Basically, the video shows this man sitting in a pretty blank room eating soup while these weird two costumed figures approach him from behind and like start patting him on the back while he's crying. There are many rumors as to where this video originates from and what its true meaning is. Some people like to claim that this video came from the dark web and the man in the video is being held hostage by the two costumed figures. Although this is an interesting theory, there is pretty much no evidence to back it up, like, whatsoever. The characters in the video are known as Ray Ray, and they are the creations of the American animator and director Raymond S. Percy. Ray Ray have appeared in a lot of Raymond S. Percy's personal work, such as like stage shows and a couple of like videos on YouTube that were made by him. According to Raymond S. Percy,
did you guys
the
know
costumes
this? I didn't
were
know this.
stolen from him after a performance on the Hollywood Sunset Strip in the early 2000s. Raymond S. Percy has been reported to claim that the Soup.avi video was made by the people who stole the costumes from him, and the video was sent to him as kind of a weird fan letter or something like that. Whether or not this story is true is inconclusive, so make what you want out of this monstrosity of a video.
Suicide
Mouse. So
Suicide
Mouse is this pretty old creepypasta about this like lost Mickey Mouse cartoon that caused people to kill themselves after watching it. This has led a lot of people to like pretend to upload this lost episode of Mickey Mouse to YouTube. It's a pretty, it is what it is. It's Salad Fingers. Salad Fingers is this like flash animation series on YouTube. It's pretty good. It's about this weird green guy named Salad Fingers and the weird, desolate wasteland world that he resides in. It's pretty spooky.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
pretty
that.
Good. User666. So on YouTube, there's a channel called Nana825763 that has a video on it called Username666. The video shows this guy going on YouTube and trying to search for a channel called 666, but only to find that the channel has been suspended. Eventually, though, the guy in the video starts like reloading the page to see if he can find the channel 666.
Mods.
And as he starts reloading the page, YouTube begins to get more and more distorted and weird, and eventually, after reloading the page enough times, the YouTube channel 666 does appear. The guy in the video then goes on to click on the YouTube channel 666 and watch some of the videos on it, and believe it or not, some of the imagery in the videos are really weird, and then there's a jump scare, and then the video's over. So, I mean, this obviously kind of goes without saying, but, you know, this video isn't real. I mean, the channel that the video User66 is on
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I can't.
has a lot of other content very similar to it. Lots of other YouTube videos that are supposed to be, like, spooky and scary. What's interesting...
One time when I was, it's just like 2010, around there, this girl, did you guys used to have your flip phones and shit? And you would get these text messages, and I got a text message from a girl, and it said that it was the picture of that girl that was gonna pop up there, and it said, "I'm going to kill you at midnight. You must send this to 10 friends immediately, or you will die." And I'm down my street, chat. I'm down my street, and my street is dim lighted. Like, there's no lights anywhere. It ain't Christmas time anywhere where it was the mid-July. I'm crying. I'm down my street. I got a text message saying, "I'll kill you at midnight." I sprint home so fast, and I text every single person I fucking knew. I did over 10. I got extra credit, okay? I went crazy to make sure that I got it right. And I didn't die, so I guess it was correct. If I did send it to 10 friends, I didn't die. It was true.
Interesting about this video, though, is for a long time, if you were to try and visit 666's YouTube channel, YouTube would give you a message saying that this channel has been terminated. Nowadays, if you try and search for 666's YouTube channel, YouTube will tell you that this page is just unavailable. So there is a little bit of a mystery surrounding, like, what the YouTube channel 666 was and why it got deleted. Petscop. So Petscop is this, like, YouTube web series, and it's about this guy named Paul who finds this like long lost PlayStation 1 game, and he does a Let's Play of it. But as Paul plays through Petscop, he starts making these like weird and spooky and scary discoveries about Petscop, and it's all very mysterious and scary, and there's a lot to Petscop. It's pretty interesting.
Dude, I'm really dumb. I don't know any of these.
There's a lot to it though, so I'm just gonna leave it off here. Russian YouTubers killed by government. I am not 100% sure as to what this entry on the list is like specifically exactly referring to, but I have an idea. So basically, there's this pretty much dead YouTube channel called FPS Russia
I've seen this
that
guy.
once made videos about showing off like different types of guns and firearms and what they were capable of doing. The YouTube channel's owner, Kyle Myers, had a partner named Keith Ratliff who would help him obtain all the firearms and guns in the videos. Where this gets weird though is in 2013, Keith Ratliff was found murdered in his very own gun store. Due to the nature of how he was shot, a suicide was ruled out, and this has led many people to theorize on who shot him. And one of these theories is that he was killed by the government. Apparently, a lot of people think that the Obama administration feared how big FPS Russia had gotten, and since, you know, the Obama administration wants to take everyone's guns away, they went out and killed Keith Ratliff. Of course, you know, take this conspiracy with a grain of salt. It is literally an Alex Jones conspiracy theory.
The founder of SPS Russian, the biggest gun show in the world, tied up at his offices, he's a gun manufacturer, and shot in the back of the head execution style. Tied up in a chair, expertly, shot in the back of the head.
What's weird about this entry, though, is it specifically says Russian YouTubers killed by government. And what's weird about this is Kyle Myers and Keith Ratliff were not actually Russian. They would just put on a Russian accent in their videos as like a joke. So
that
maybe
sounds
this
familiar.
entry on the iceberg is like talking about something completely unrelated, where an actual Russian YouTuber was killed by the government. But I'm pretty sure it's talking about the conspiracy theory that Keith Ratliff was killed by the government. Autopsy. I am pretty sure that this entry on the list is literally just talking about how there are autopsy videos on YouTube.
No way.
It's self-explanatory. 00390 is a pretty mysterious YouTube channel with a lot of weird content to cover. The content on this channel ranges from like really
What the
weird
hell?
cooking videos to videos of some guy just driving through the streets and filming random women. As of right now, the channel has around 13,000 subscribers, and many people have theories as to what this channel like really is and what it's about. One of the most popular theories about the channel right now, though, is that it is ran by a kidnapper. Many people believe that the videos of him like just driving around and filming random people is him like searching for victims to kidnap. There's also a couple other videos on the channel that lead people to believe this. There is a video called How to Move a Semi-Unconscious Body. The video is basically exactly what you'd expect it to be. It's a guy trying to move what is supposedly a semi-unconscious body. It's probably an actor, but you never know. There is really no true conclusion as to what this channel is. It probably is an ARG. It probably isn't real, but I mean, there's been no true conclusion that has been come to when it comes to this.
Does he
channel,
still upload?
period. What's
the channel name, chap? Does he still upload? What's his name? What is it called? 00390. Bro, what the? It's my card. Holy shit.
А ты со мной будешь? Так будем вместе, так будем мы рядом с тобою всегда. Now, I don't speak Italian, but does this say try to find me? What does it say? Do you trust me?
Or full stop. I don't. So I think this entry on the list is just referring to how if you like just type in a period or just like a full stop into the search bar on YouTube and then like search for it, you just find really random and weird stuff. I don't think it really goes any deeper than that. Mr. Anime. There was once a channel on YouTube known as Lenscap Productions that was ran by Trey Eric Seltzer, who went by Mr. Anime in his videos. On this channel, Trey Eric Seltzer would make anime reviews. Unfortunately, Trey Eric Seltzer went on to murder his entire family. Yeah, this was a real thing that happened. It made headlines. It's pretty terrible. WebDriver Torso. From September 30th, 2016 to October 31st, 2019, a channel by the name of WebDriver Torso uploaded over 600,000 videos. Nearly all of these videos consisted of a slideshow of two rectangles, one of them red and one of them blue, just like flashing on the screen. These videos were only around like 10 seconds long, and nearly all 600,000 videos was just that. Just variations of these red and blue squares just flashing on screen. There were a few videos that did break this format though. One of these videos was just a video.
Dude, what the fuck?
Video of the Eiffel Tower at night. One of these videos was a blocked episode of Aqua Team Hunger Force. And the third unique video looked to just be another one of these like weird red and blue square videos. But towards the end of the video, the red square morphed into a silhouette of Rick Astley dancing. For a long time, people speculated as to what this channel was, if there were like coded messages in these videos, or
It's
if these
YouTube's
videos
test
were
channel?
like an alien life form trying to communicate with us or something like that. After many years of mystery and speculation though, Google eventually just came out and said that WebDriver Torso was a channel that they used to test YouTube upload quality.
Oh, cool.
Although I would say this is pretty much most definitely a closed case. It's pretty clear that WebDriver Torso is probably just a thing Google uses to test YouTube upload quality. Some people still do believe that there are hidden messages somewhere in these videos. Mukon Ash Vlogs.
We'll watch 'em later.
Ash Vlogs is an ARG about a vlogger named Ash Vlogs who is getting stalked, and at some point she gets abducted, and it's this whole spooky thing. There's a lot going on with this ARG, so I'm just gonna leave it up to you if you want to know more. It's pretty interesting. There seems to be a pretty dedicated like fan base of people that are into trying to solve this ARG. What's weird about this entry on the iceberg though is it says Mukon Ash Vlogs. I know what Ash Vlogs is, but I have no idea what Mukon has to do with this. I don't know what Mukon means. I've done some digging and I can't find anything related to Ash Vlogs that has to do with the term Mukon.
What's a Mukon?
So there is a book out there called The Red Book, and it is the work of the Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst Carl Jung. The Red Book is this kind of documentation and exploration by Carl Jung of his inner self. It contains a lot of psychedelic drawings of his dreams and of these mythical characters. It's a pretty weird but interesting book. What's kind of weird about this entry on the list though is there is not a whole lot of content on YouTube related to Carl Jung's Red Book. Maybe this entry on the list is trying to draw some sort of connection between YouTube and the Red Book. I don't really know. I do kind of have a more reasonable explanation for this entry on the list though, and it relates to a paranormal, like demon ghost summoning Mexican game called El Juego del Libro Rojo, which is literally just the Spanish translation of the Red Book game. Basically, El Juego del Libro Rojo is this kind of like Ouija board demon summoning, ghost summoning game where basically you put yourself in a dark room, you take out a red book, it needs to be read, it's a book that needs to be read, and you ask the book a question, and then you randomly open up a page in the book and place down a finger on a random page, and whatever word your finger lands on, that is the answer to your question. If your question was properly answered by that, you've summoned a demon or ghost or something like that. Now, on the English side of YouTube, there is not a whole lot of content related to El Juego del Libro Rojo, but on the Spanish side of YouTube, there are a lot of videos about
Demon
this.
Time. You want me to do it?
It's not a stretch to say that this entry on the list is not referring
I've got like 2 books upstairs, okay? And they're both not read.
To Carl Jung's Red Book, but instead it is referring to the Mexican demon summoning game El Juego del Libro Rojo. Sad Satan. Okay, so in June of 2015, a YouTube channel by the name of Obscure Horror Corner uploaded a playthrough of a game by the name of Sad
what the
Satan.
fuck?
The playthrough of Sad Satan displayed a very dark and distorted horror game and had a lot of random flashing imagery and had really distorted audio throughout the game. This playthrough of the game though gained a lot of popularity and a lot of people gained interest in this Sad Satan game. Eventually, the popular gaming news outlet called Kotaku did an interview with the owner of the Obscure Horror Corner YouTube channel. In the interview, the owner of Obscure Horror Corner claimed that he received the download link to the Sad Satan game from an anonymous subscriber who apparently had found it on the dark web. Eventually, the owner of Obscure Horror Corner provided a download link to the Sad Satan game on Reddit, but eventually it was found out that the link provided was fake. After it was found out that the download link for the game was fake, Obscure Horror Corner went on record to say that he purposely gave out a fake download link as he felt that he did not want to be responsible for the distribution of the graphic material that could be found within the Sad Satan game. At around the same time, though, a person on 4chan who was claiming to be the anonymous subscriber that gave Obscure Horror Corner the Sad Satan download link in the first place posted his own download link to the Sad Satan game. This download of the game was eventually discovered, though, to be packed with viruses and other disgusting content that would brick the PC of anyone who would download and run it. Although
Nice.
there are now safe versions of the Sad Satan game you can play, it is really recommended that you do not download this version of the game because it will brick your computer. Many people have theories as to where this Sad Satan
I
game
got it, I
came
got it.
from in the first place, but no theories have been truly confirmed. So it is a little bit of an open mystery. Just don't download the bad version of the game, basically. Poco Poco Shopping. Poco Poco Shopping is a video on YouTube that kind of parodies like Japanese television shopping programs. The video is about these like doll guys that try and sell you weird things like a devil's pacifier and like fresh internal organs or something like that. This video is actually made by the same guy that made the User 666 video, so that's pretty cool. Chris Chan.
Yeah, he's just deranged.
When it comes to Chris Chan, there was a lot going on, so I'm just gonna...
Chris
move through
Chan,
this
I feel like
pretty
I've heard
quickly.
that before.
Chris Chan is this YouTuber, vlogger person. She, formerly he, is the creator of a webcomic known as Sonichu, and due to the perceived amateur nature of this comic and the fact
It's
that
the
she
Sonic
has a
guy?
disability, she has gained a lot of followers and a lot of trolls. It is to such a point that she has a dedicated wiki to documenting everything in her life. There are entire YouTube channels that are just dedicated to talking about Chris Chan. Some people even think that Chris Chan has one of the most well-documented lives in history.
Chris Chan. Wait, so Chris Chan.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all teenagers, as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there.
Chris Chan.
3 million views?
Arguably the most documented person in history.
Okay, so this dude watched 4 seconds of that video and got that logic. Chat, why was I thinking of... Is this guy?
Okay! That is it! This is the You guys are the
When you said Sonic Kid, I thought it was this kid.
ones that ruined Sonic for everyone! I'm tired of all you!
That's what I thought you guys were talking about when you said the Sonic Kid. I'm like, damn, he's been documented since he was like 5 years old.
His antics have been witnessed by millions, with many always keeping a close eye on him, waiting to see what he does next.
Because all you do is make me feel sad and depressed.
Is he a nice guy?
He should love his mother. She misses him.
No. He's in jail? He was banging his
Hello,
mom.
we're live on the internet. What do you want? Mom, hello. I love the women outside. Do not hate. Hate is not so good.
I want everything about my house off the internet!
Don't call anybody.
What? I'm Master Shake. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, whatever.
What made him this way? What is the attraction?
62 parts,
keeps us
45
fascinated?
minutes.
This is the story of Chris Chan.
Bro, this is Game of Thrones type shit. His mom had dementia and he raped her? Dude, what? Every video is something new. He's a piece of shit. She's a piece of shit. We're politically correct here. Dude, what the fuck? Why? 46 hours of content, 2 months.
Christopher Weston Chandler was born on February 24th, 1982, in Charlottesville, Virginia, to parents Bob, aged 54, and Barbara, 40. Bob had worked in the engineering field for Western Electric and later General Electric. The family held Bob's life accomplishments very proudly, as he had at least 7 patents to his name, including mechanisms used in the production of Kleenex and molding of plastic water containers.
Dude, I don't know what to say, chat. I mean, like, this is some, like, really fucking weird-ass TLC shit. 62 fucking parts. Holy shit. I don't even want to know. I do want to know, fuck.
The story of Chris Chan is definitely not a simple one, but if you ask me, at the end of the day, it's a pretty unfortunate story. Local 58. So on YouTube,
Yeah, that
there's
sounds
this
unfortunate.
channel called Local 58 TV Community Television, and it's kind of this parody of like your average local television broadcast station. But there's a catch. On this Local 58 community television station, there's a lot of spooky and weird things that are broadcasted, and they're all documented here on the Local 58 TV Community Television YouTube channel. It's an ARG. It's kind of cool. So, you know. Floresita Dreams. So I had no idea what this entry on the iceberg was like at all. I've never heard of Floresita Dreams. So you know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. I went up into that YouTube search bar and I searched up Floresita Dreams. And lo and behold, there's a channel called Floresita Dreams with 6,000 subscribers, and it's a Spanish YouTube channel. And to say the YouTube videos on the Floresita YouTube channel are weird would be kind of an understatement. Pretty much all of the videos on this YouTube channel are just an absolute trip. They're filled with tons of loud, crazy sounds and flashing imagery.
We're looking it up. Yeah, it's Flory, everybody.
Yo sé que eres chiquito y tú sabes ver que no todas las cosas se pueden creer. Por siempre y para siempre, este mensaje de luz lo comparto con la humanidad, tras la eternidad y la gloria de los tiempos. Hijo, vengo a conceder mi bondad, piedad e iluminación, el cielo misericordioso. Vengo desde la fe, el paraíso terrenal, aves hermosas que cantan los 9 rezos con 9 lenguas diferentes, mientras que los
Holy shit! My grandma used to have these things around the fucking house, and I never slept at my grandma's house because I fucking hated that shit. That and The Seed of Chucky. Fuck that movie. I don't know how that... Dude, my mom left for the Costco one time, and she went to go see fucking Seed of Chucky, right? And she goes to see Seed of Chucky. Or, I got to see Seed of Chucky. It was on the... it was online. And, I still see Chucky by myself, chat. I never, as a child, was able to sleep at night because I would always think about the Seed of Chucky, and I thought Chucky was going to come murder me. I was terrified of Chucky. I used to, when I was a kid, chat, and I would sleep, right? I used to pull my blanket up like this at night because I'm like, I'm not letting fucking Chucky climb up here like Jack and the Beanstalk type shit. I would never let Chucky get up my bed. I'd always be like, get the fuck away from me, bro. I ain't playing. I was always terrified of seeing Chucky. He scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Yeah, I could never sleep because of scared Chucky. This shit terrifies me. Priest, biblical bullshit, we out. We 100% out.
It also doesn't help that the channel is nearly completely in Spanish, so I can't understand a word that is being spoken.
True.
A ton of the videos on the channel are about like weird, distorted faces. It's super.
Oh no,
weird.
it's about
After
Ludwig. It's
translating
Ludwig
and reading through
Spanish.
A lot of the comments, though, it seems to be this whole entire channel is just some weird.
It's a Ludbud.
Visual art.
No.
Some people think it's connected to like an ARG. I think just in general, it's really hard for me to do research and learn about this. this because it's in Spanish, and I don't speak the language. If anyone speaks Spanish and somehow manages to be interested in this, you go right ahead. Medieval found footage. So once again, I had no idea what medieval found footage was referring to. I did some digging online, but there's not a whole lot.
It's definitely medieval times in 480p.
To YouTube. If you just go ahead and search medieval found footage into YouTube, it'll pull up a video called medieval found footage. It's basically just this 40-second video of random clips from medieval movies. I'm pretty sure it's kind of just like a joke about how like it's found footage, but from
I was
even though there weren't cameras back then. Yeah, I know, I'm the joke explainer. If we look into the comments of this video though, we can get a little more insight as to what's going on with this video. A comment by Diabetes Maximus 2 says, "Boys, gals, and stuff, this thing isn't real. Most of the fragments here are parts of movies from the 40s and 60s. It was debunked by 4chan when it came out, but not gonna lie, it seems like an interesting topic."
What
So
a
basically the
jackass,
comment
dude.
is saying
Fuck you,
that
man.
this
It is
fake,
real.
And it was debunked by 4chan. I tried to find like the original 4chan thread he's referring to in this comment, but I couldn't. This entry on the iceberg is just kind of weird.
What does 4chan know?
Yeah. Silent Dork. This entry on the list is referring to a channel by the name of Silent Dork. The channel is formatted to make it seem like it's just like a vlog channel by this guy named Tyler. The whole thing though is that Tyler will upload these videos to his YouTube channel, but they'll be like distorted and glitched up by some paranormal force. And sometimes the paranormal force will just randomly upload videos to the channel without Tyler's knowing at all. It's kind of interesting. It's a pretty run-of-the-mill.
No, this was a Raid Shadow Legend sponsor.
So, you know, look into it if you're bored one day. Exclamation point, question mark. This one's kind of cool because I've had my own little personal experience with this one. On YouTube, there is a video, but not just any kind of video. A Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road speedrun video. What's interesting about this video is that its name is literally just exclamation point, question mark. And the thing about this video is you cannot search it up. If you go up into the YouTube search bar and just type in exclamation point,
I am going to debunk this theory right now in front of all of you. What the fuck? It's because I put a space.
These character transformations are
Mario Kart. Why can I not search this video? Mario Kart Wii. Put it in quotes.
question mark, you will not find this video. You can't. It's just impossible for some reason. The only way you can find this video is if it is recommended to you. The video has over 8.7 million views, which all come from people just randomly being recommended this video. This video is on a channel called 121KM, and it does...
Yeah, I gotta see these tricks, because this is fucking nasty Funky Kong shit. Ooh, those lines. I've been chosen! Dude, nice ass lines. So that's a rare, so like, that's like a rare candy. It's a rare candy, so if you get recommended this chat, it's good shit. Like, it's rare. There's gotta be a way to search this, though. If I just do this... What the fuck? Underscores. Let's debunk this theory as a family chat. We can 100% find this video. Nope. Translate the question mark in Japanese. Okay. Japanese to English. Okay, we're gonna do this. Ready? We're gonna get this done right now. We're gonna do it. All right. Next. Just search the channel. Next. Search rare underscore unsearchable videos. We're in. But that's not fair. That's cheating. Put it in reverse order. Maybe it's all just zeros and ones at the end of the day. So what if I do this? So what we need to do is we need to take this. English to binary. Code translator. Do I click it and watch with chat? Bro, what the fuck did we just find? Do I click it and watch it with chat? Bro, what the fuck did I just find? I don't know, chat. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see something's right there? What the fuck's going on? Oh my god, dude, I can't do this. Oh my god. I feel like I'm getting a shot at the doctor's office. I'm just looking at you. Listen! Nope, 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 nope. Whenever I'm fucking feeling scared as shit, I always play the Yoshi's theme song. Translate the title. Translate the title where? If I wait. Translate the title. Okay. Then we do binary to English translation. Pizza Boy! Oh, he's Italian! Alright, let's go back to the video.
Does have other videos, but the other videos on this channel are also really hard to search for because they're either in Japanese or they have really random names like A or NM. Monkey hate. So, on YouTube, there is a pretty big community of people that just hate monkeys. Just absolutely despise them for some reason. If you were to search up the term monkey hate into YouTube, you will find just playlist after playlist filled with videos relating to monkey hate. Some of the videos being pretty tame, though some of the videos being borderline animal abuse. A lot of the comments on these monkey videos are super weird too. Like if you were to click on one of these monkey hate playlists and watch some of the monkey videos on it, you would find comment after comment.
It said satisfying monkey torture.
People talking about how much they want to hurt monkeys and like terrible things they want to do to them. It's a really weird situation and a pretty unfortunate one too. There are a lot of theories as to why this like community of people dedicated to hating monkeys exists. One of the more popular popular theories is that these videos and comments dedicated to hating monkeys come from people that live in countries such as India, where monkeys are just generally seen as pests. Although I do think this theory accounts for some of the people in this monkey hate community, I don't think it's the
Are monkeys like 2 blocks or something like that away from being humans? Aren't they like really close? 2 blocks? Yeah, well, think of like the city. The city is like the, you know,
majority of it, because a lot of these monkey hate videos and monkey hate comments are coming from people that clearly are not from India, clearly originate from an English-speaking country. Another theory is that this is just some really convoluted trolling scheme. You know, there are a lot of people on the internet out there that just like saying terrible things and posting terrible things just for the sake of being terrible and getting that shock value and getting people's attention. And some people think that's what's going on with this monkey hate community, that it's just a bunch of people trolling and saying terrible things about monkeys to get attention. Although I do think some of the people within this monkey hate community might be just kind of trolling. I don't think that's what the majority of people are. At this point, it honestly just seems to me that there are people out there that just genuinely dislike monkeys to such an extent that they feel the need to go on YouTube and make comments talking about how much they absolutely despise monkeys and how they want to hurt them. Now,
really, dude? What the fuck? People hate monkeys? Why the fuck do you hate monkeys so much? What the fuck's going on with you? What's wrong with monkeys, dude? Monkeys are fucking cool. I think they're fucking cute. Oh, man.
obviously you don't need to like monkeys, but it's pretty unfortunate that this community of people is allowed to just exist on YouTube. You know, animal abuse isn't really cool. I think YouTube should probably do something about this. This isn't the kind of stuff that I think should be just on YouTube. This should be reserved for probably the more far-flung corners of the internet. Anuncio inteligente. So, anuncio inteligente is a Spanish term, and according to Google Translate, it translates to English as smart ad. So I had to do quite a bit of digging to figure out what this entry on the iceberg was referring to, but I actually think I found it. I believe this entry on the iceberg is referring to a Facebook post made in 2019 that garnered quite a bit of attention.
Oh my god, ew.
This post came from a man by the name of, excuse my pronunciation, Raul Navarrete. As you can see, this post is in Spanish, so I had to go about translating it. I don't speak Spanish, so I had to use Google Translate here. I think we got a pretty good translation of it, but I think it kind of goes without saying that Google Translate isn't perfect, so in some spots it is a little bit weird. But basically, here's what this post
saying the word
said.
translate.
Something super strange just happened to me. I was watching YouTube videos through my smart TV when suddenly an ad appears, as it always happens on YouTube. I was going to skip it when suddenly I saw this ad. It lasted more than 5 hours. I was very surprised and I called my dad to see how long it lasted. I took a picture of it while I was waiting for my dad to arrive. The girl in the ad spent it talking, and by the time my dad arrived, she directed her gaze towards him. Even my dad said so mockingly that she was watching him. My dad and I stood in front of the television. The girl fell silent and we felt like she was looking at us. We kept thinking that it was impossible for her to see us. It was not a video call or anything like that. It was a simple advertisement for YouTube. It was simply impossible for it to see us. We made fun of how silly it sounded. The girl kept talking.
Dad, you gotta see this ad.
But suddenly she approached the screen and was already beginning to give us some fear and discomfort. My dad wanted to test if she could hear us and said the word changa a few times, and thus the unthinkable happened. This Asian girl said changa back. At that moment, we get scared and I look for the control to skip the ad. Between my dad and I, we decide that we were very tired. It really was a long and tiring day. But in the way, we could not ignore this fact, and we better turn off the television. My doubts are, what the hell just happened?
Bro, what is the CPM on that fucking video if it's a 5-hour fucking advertisement? Holy shit.
Do televisions have cameras? If so, then if I see it possible to be watched. And finally, YouTube was hacked? This thing that happened to my dad and I scared us. If someone has gone through something like that, I would like to know their story. This was mine. So obviously, like I said, a little bit of a word salad there sometimes. Google Translate isn't perfect, but I think we can kind of see what's going on here. Basically, this post is saying that this guy was like watching YouTube videos on his smart
And then his
TV,
dad wanted a
and then all of a
chimichanga.
sudden this 5-hour ad pops up, but it turns out it's not like your normal everyday video ad. It turns out it's like a video call in which
that's
the person
stupid.
in the video call can hear and see them. So is this real? I mean, although anyone can make an ad for YouTube, there are certain requirements that need to be.
Really? Why don't we do an ad campaign on YouTube? Let's do it. Why don't I do an ad campaign on YouTube? I'll put it on Ludwig stream specifically. Ty Lopez spent like $3 million, became popular with YouTube ads. Really? Oh, how can I make $3 million really fast?
Be met. For your video to be able to work as an ad on YouTube, it needs to be a certain file format. But a like live stream video chat thing that can detect like audio and a webcam would not meet the file format requirements necessary to work as an ad on YouTube. The only way that I could imagine this could have possibly legitimately happened is if YouTube somehow is like secretly rolling out a new function for ads in which it's not like a video, but it's a video chat thing, which is such a far-fetched idea. I think if YouTube was planning on rolling something out like that, they would let people know about it. Not to mention, there would probably be a huge amount of legal problems with it.
Wait, okay, let's do ads. Let's do ads. Let's do ads. Let's do ads. Vegito, are you here? Vegito! He's not. Can't be. Oh, wait, he's right here. Vegito, can you look up how to do a ad campaign on YouTube? Let's fucking do it. Let's make an ad campaign for people to come to my channel. And we put it on everyone that's around the Twitch sphere. Wait, that's genius. It's probably easy. Then let's do it. It'd be funny. Let's see if it works. Only on Ludwig's videos. Now that's good. And Asmon videos. Now that's going to be expensive.
And there'd probably be a whole lot of privacy.
I want it on every single Johnny Depp video for the past 3 weeks, which is about 700 videos for Asmongold.
Concerns with it. I guess something worth kind of considering is that YouTube ads can be super long. Like there are reports out there of people getting like 2-hour ads, 3-hour ads, and so this guy saying that he got a 5-hour ad isn't.
If you could do 2-hour ads on YouTube, I would make a video called "This Video Is Literally Just Ads," and it would be every 3 minutes there'd be a 2-hour ad, and we'll see if someone gets through the entire video.
Like too much of a stretch.
Wait, you can? Unskippable 1-hour ad. Wait.
What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great
I've
day.
seen this
Welcome
guy
back to my
before.
channel.
I think I
This,
saw
of
him in an
course, is
ad.
another episode of Dr. Dan's Crazy I'm going to be spending $20,000. That really hurts to say.
We'll look this up after this.
I guess. And I guess it is like kind of technically possible that just out of pure coincidence, the girl in this ad just seemed like she was watching them. She just happened to say the same word that the dude said. Though at the end of the day, I think it's pretty clear what's going on here. It's a creepypasta. Some dude just made this up. It is pretty interesting though. Also like a cool idea. This thing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Chat run.
Okay, so this Japanese text here refers
More Mario
to a
Kart.
YouTube channel by the same name. I would try and translate this into English, though. Even in Japanese, these characters, like, don't make any sense. If you put this term into Google Translate and make it pronounce it for you, it makes this sound. So I'm just gonna call it from now on. So is a it's a weird channel. No one is entirely sure as to who's behind it and what it's really about and what's going on with it. Basically, what happens in a lot of these videos
I'm not even
is
watching
there's, like,
that.
this Barbie
No.
doll guy,
No.
and he just
No.
says stuff to you. I'll play a quick
No.
clip of one of the videos.
こんにちは。バーチャル YouTuber のヌグムです。 amaga先に
He usually says
Nope.
some pretty disturbing stuff to you, like he wants to suck the lifeblood out of you. He talked about how he's approaching you. It's a pretty weird channel. Really, no one is quite sure
Nope,
as to
nope,
what it's
nope,
about.
chat.
Some people think it's like some sort of weird, like, art project or...
I hate dolls, and it comes from the seed of Chucky. I fucking hate dolls, and I always will.
art installation, which I guess, I mean, anything can be art if you try hard enough. Some people like to think that this channel is ran by an AI, so that's a thing. I really don't know, though. No one on the internet seems to know what this channel really is and what it's about and what it's supposed to be and what the point of it is. It's just mainly videos of this Barbie doll guy just saying stuff to you. Honestly, if you ask me, I think it's just weird for the sake of being weird. Some people say that there's like hidden messages in some of these videos, and there totally could be. But if you ask me, I think this is just kind of a channel that's just super weird for the sake of being super weird. Sequel to Me at the Zoo. So this entry on the list is a little bit weird, but I'll give it my best shot. So if you didn't know, the very first video uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah, the classic. Here, we'll watch it real quick.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts, and that's cool.
The ancient, the classic.
And that's pretty much all there is to say.
Wait, he died? This guy died? No. Why would you say that? Oh my god.
Good evening. I'm Mark Sneen,
I'm
head
Knut.
of the Department of Computer Science here, and it's my pleasure to welcome people for a second time. And I'm glad to see so many people here. The talk is also simulcast in our seminar room 2405, so if you people get tired standing, you can go up.
I'm bored. This fucking... That's not going anywhere.
YouTube is called Me at the Zoo, and it's by YouTube's co-founder, Jawed Karim. This video has kind of a little bit of a diseased history. It's had quite a few problems throughout its time on YouTube. For a while, it had a really bad problem with bots spamming the comment section. Like, it was really bad at a point. In fact, it was so bad that Me at the Zoo was the first video to reach 10 million comments. The Me at the Zoo video has also had a pretty big problem where the video will be hacked and have the description changed. The description of the video has been changed to many things throughout the year. At one point, it was a sub-to-sub scam. At one point, it was a Rickroll.
Nice.
And at one point, the description read, update video at 10 million subs.
Subscribers.
So I think this entry
The
on the
Z at the
iceberg
end's so
sequel
good.
to Me at the Zoo is talking about how the description of the Me at the Zoo video at one point read update video at 10 million subs. So like there'd be like a sequel to Me at the Zoo at 10 million subs. I think it should be noted though that the hacking problem with this video seems like New Hampshire. She was a 21-year-old nursing student, and since this car crash, her whereabouts are still at the camera and starts manically laughing. He just hysterically breaks down, starts laughing at the camera. He starts winking at the camera. He's missing some teeth. He's a greasy old guy. It goes on like this for a minute, and the video ends with the words, "Happy Anniversary" splashing on the screen. Might I remind you, this video was uploaded on the 8th anniversary of Mara Murray's disappearance. So already this is seeming kind of weird, a little bit suspicious. You know, a weird old guy uploads a video of him laughing at the camera on the 8-year anniversary.
It was probably for his kid for his birthday or something on Facebook. I don't think that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if that just sounds crazy, but that is weird.
disappearance of someone. Although at first it kind of seems possible that this is just a really weird coincidence. But after you start looking into the name of the YouTube channel, 112 Dirtbag, it's pretty clear that it's not a coincidence. 112 isn't just some random number. Mara Murray crashed her car on Route 112. And Mara Murray's father has gone on record calling the kidnappers or abductors of Mara Murray dirtbags. So at this point it kind of starts adding up a little bit. It kind of seems like it's possible that 112 Dirtbag is ran by the person who abducted Mara Murray. And he decided to upload the happy anniversary video as kind of like a way to mock Mara Murray's family or something like that. Eventually there actually was an investigation into the 112 Dirtbag channel. And it turns out that this guy in the video is Alden Olson, and he's just kind of a nut. Apparently, the local police station actually looked into him after this whole happy anniversary thing, and they found that he has little to no connection with the Mara Murray story at all. He's just some crazy old guy who wanted to insert himself into the Mara Murray situation for attention. Till this day, though, the true whereabouts of Mara Murray are still unknown, so...
Why do you gotta bring it up like that? I did not need that. I did not need that.
YouTube watches you. So this is it. We're at the bottom now. And the last one is just YouTube watches you. Honestly, a little bit of an anticlimactic end if you ask me. The fact that YouTube watches you isn't really much of a secret. Pretty much everyone knows this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, YouTube will take note of the kind of videos that interest you. It'll watch you, it'll see what interests you, and
no
it will
way,
recommend
really?
you videos that seem to fit your interests.
Oh, wow.
That's just what YouTube does. It's almost as though
it's ran by Google.
Every YouTube account is personalized. Huh. Yeah, that was it. That was the YouTube
Wow.
iceberg. From the tip of
That
the
was the
iceberg to
scariest
the
one.
deepest, darkest depths, we pretty much tried to identify everything on the list. And some of the things on this list are pretty clear.
I'm very scared
and
to
some
see
of the
my
things
algorithm
on
now.
this list are still a little bit mysterious. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, see you later.
Yeah, I totally believe that. That was pretty good.
Look at me, skip shut. A bunch of Cobras trying to nut.
Dude, that was a good ass video.
Channel.
I like it. That was good. I don't really know a lot of YouTube lore, so that was a good thing to learn. It was a good video to learn. I thought it was good. What do you guys think, chat? I didn't know most of that, I'll be honest with you. I probably knew about like 10%.
666.
I knew Logan Paul filmed in a forest. That's pretty much it. Which pretty much that video told me I'm a normie. Link it? Oh, sure. Here. I linked it right exactly where I am, but go ahead. Alright, do we try to, listen, that was terrifying and all. We should probably watch something to make it, you guys calm down a little bit. What's some happy, wholesome stuff?
This is the cat that I promised I'd get cutie years ago. We have to figure out a name for this cat. So let's do that.
Alright, that's enough. That was kind of cool to watch. Okay, let's watch this. Chat, it's time for everybody to quit their spamming and namming. It's time to get the fucking work, okay? Let's see what $20,000 of advertising does.
Think about advertising all of these bad boys all across YouTube to see which one of them, if any, work. Obviously, $20,000 is a lot of money, and there's no way in hell I could do this if it weren't for our sponsor, Experience. Out of what's going on is to download the game themselves and figure out what they mean. Disturbing images. This one makes me think of that skinned and gutted Donald Duck. I'm not really sure what the theory is behind this one. It's a little bit strange. I feel like usually including an image of a disgusting duck in your ad would make people not want to download the game because they'd be like, ugh, are there more pictures of gross ducks in this game? Maybe this isn't for me, but I guess some people are drawn to that sort of thing. The spanking bear is a bit of an anomaly because it almost seems like a cry for help. While you might
not sure what's going on in this video, and it does seem like a bunch of nonsense.
See, I don't want to give people nightmares. I feel like that's really gonna freak some people out. But I mean, I guess that's how you get people to click on your ad. If I came across this ad, I would be very disturbed. I mean, I have come across this ad and I was very disturbed, so that makes sense. Okay, for the next one, I need to be in 3 different costumes and look 3 different ways. Kind of like that Hustle Castle ad where there's the girl that evolves each time and becomes...
Like, I don't understand. Does this guy know, like, the entire iceberg of advertisements on YouTube? He knows every single random shitty fucking ad. So, can we get a summary of what this guy did?
Chipmunk, you're not a monkey, you're not an elf, and you're not a chipmunk, alright? You're a weasel, a dirty little weasel. What'd you think? Did you like it? Would you click on this ad? You can be honest. So you've got 1 week subscribed, you're just this average Joe. 2 weeks subscribed, you're a little bit thick.
Yeah, this video sucks for what I'm trying to figure out. He's trying to troll. I'm not trying to troll, I'm trying to do business moves, baby.
Have you heard the conspiracy about McDonald's, about their ice cream?
No.
Why is London Bridge called London Bridge?
Because it's in London.
But there are lots of bridges in
I'm not asking you to link videos. Stop linking videos. Oh, wait. Let's get the fuck away from this. That's who did it. Alright. We're depressed. You guys ready for this? The history of the new Super Mario Bros. Wii World Records.
Summoning Salt merchandise is now available on Teespring. Check out the storefront right below the video.
I will not skip it. He deserves
Enjoy.
it. I want that pillow. If someone wants to give me my P.O. box, I want the cat and I want the pillow with it. I want the 2-for-1.
Enjoy.
This is called the history of new Super Mario Bros. Wii World Records. I'm gonna raise the volume because this shit's so fucking good. It's good every time. It's like grandma's cookies.
One of the fastest growing speedruns of the last few years is New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Really?
Close to 1,000 runs are on the leaderboard, a mark that not many games have reached. Naturally, competition at the top level is impressive, because not many people can call themselves a world record holder.
Simply.
A world record demands near perfection, honing in skills that come after thousands of hours of gameplay. Few people have gotten to that level, but those who have etched their place in speedrunning history. This is the world record history of New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Smite.
Let's start up here, at the beginning. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was released on November 12th, 2009. Normally it takes months or even years before a speedrunning scene develops around a game. For New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it took 4 days. People nearly instantly gathered in the Speed Demos Archive forums to route the game for a speedrun. In the following weeks, times of 45 minutes and 35 minutes were claimed by MWL and Chronorox respectively, although neither have video proof. For the next several months, runner UC Pro would both route the game and complete speedruns, and in May 2010 he claimed the 2605, but once again he didn't record it. To get to the first recorded run, we have to jump to May 2011, when Riker Z uploaded this run, a time of 26 minutes and 56 seconds. Riker Z started in World 1. Level 1-1 is quite straightforward, where you want to run and jump through to get to the end as fast as possible. However, there are subtle optimizations you can make. Sliding down the hills gives you a slight boost of speed,
Yes.
and running through the checkpoint is the fastest way to power up.
Yes.
Riker Z also picked up the propeller mushroom for later. In 1-2, he tilted the Wii remote to create downward slopes he could quickly run down, and picked up a star midway through, which increases your running speed. In 1-3, Riker Z used the propeller mushroom to fly up and access the secret exit, which unlocked the cannon to take him to World 5.
I didn't even know that.
In 5-1, he had to deal with the water in the latter half, and he simply fell in and swam as quickly as he could. It slowed him down by several seconds. After 5-1, you're forced to run into the Piranha Plant on the overworld map, where Riker Z collected the 8 toad balloons, albeit with a bit of a slowdown. You then have a choice of either playing 5-2 or 5-3, and Riker Z picked 5-2. It's a pretty straightforward stage, where you bounce on top of wigglers and run through the rest. Next was the World 5 Fortress, a vertical stage where having the propeller suit helps immensely. Riker Z was able to propeller up from platform to platform, then defeated Iggy with 3 jumps on his head. The next stage was 5-4. This stage is intended to be an auto-scroller, where you ride on this raft while enemies rain down from these platforms above. It's designed to be long and slow, not ideal conditions for a speedrun. So, instead, Riker Z decided to implement the first game-breaking trick of the run.
Oh, that's nasty!
This was first posted by UC Pro just 2 weeks after the game came out, and takes some practice to get right, but thanks to the propeller suit and navigating and jumping at the correct times, it's possible to skip the entire stage by jumping on the platforms and blocks. Riker Z did so beautifully, making a few brief hesitations but still flying through. After 5-4 came the World 5 Ghost House, where Riker Z took the secret exit once again to unlock another cannon, this time taking him to World 8. The fastest path through World 8 consists of 5 levels: 8-1, 8-2, 8-7, the airship, and finally Bowser's Castle. In 8-1, Riker Z had to deal with randomly falling meteors, and he got hit twice. He powered back up, only to intentionally take damage again later on to boost through some lava. In 8-2, Riker Z once again took the secret exit to unlock 8-7, a hidden level that bypasses most of World 8. 8-7 itself is a long stage consisting of jumping from spine coaster to spine coaster. World 8's airship isn't an auto-scroller like in previous games. Instead, Riker Z had to run through and traverse it as quickly as possible. He picked up the propeller shroom again to jump across big gaps instead of having to wait and slowly bring the platforms down. The Bowser Jr. fight was simple, hitting him with 3 bombs that he dropped. And finally, there was Bowser's Castle. Riker Z used the propeller suit quite a bit to navigate at the start, which isn't always...
Look, I know this is really off topic and stupid, but am I wrong for thinking that Super Mario Sunshine was a masterpiece and then the final boss was such a letdown? Like, that final boss was so fucking stupid, man. Like, you would think it'd be, like, it literally, it was a perfect game. Unreal. Every single second was amazing. And then the ending was just so stupid. The final boss is when you go in the air and you shoot up in rockets. You have to do 3 rockets. It's a one and done fight. You really don't die on it. It's kind of like they thought the lava was the hard part, so they kind of made the boss easy. I kind of thought it was pretty lame, though.
Always the fastest. The last part of the run is the escape, where you have to guide Bowser's heat-seeking fireballs to destroy the path in front of you, then navigate through an obstacle course to the finish. In all, Riker Z finished after 26 minutes and 56 seconds. It was a good starting point. There were some obvious slowdowns that could be cleaned up, but no huge mistakes or deaths. and the video quickly went viral on YouTube.
Holy fuck!
Over the next several months, RikerZ would continue running the game to push his time lower. At the end of 2011, he posted his first new time, a 25:49. This run actually saved time over the 26:56 in every single stage. Most of his strategies were the same, but were better executed. In 5-1, for instance, he dealt with the water much better, jumping out earlier and just barely being able to make it to the end. One of the biggest time saves was in 8-1, where he managed to avoid getting hit by the meteors and didn't have to power back up. But the best improvement was in Bowser's Castle. He guided the fireballs much better in the escape, using 9 fireballs to clear the path instead of 18 in his old record. In 2012, RikerZ would get 2 more records, a 25:31 and a 25:27. These runs both optimized existing strategies and utilized new ones.
Hi, chat.
In the escape, RikerZ was able to use just 7 fireballs to clear the path ahead, the fewest ever achieved. In 8-2, he picked up a star to get additional speed instead of damage boosting as Big Mario. And in World 5, he chose to play 5-3 instead of 5-2. It was a more difficult stage, but a slightly faster one if performed optimally. RikerZ had left his mark on New Super Mario Bros. Wii speedrunning. 4 world records in a year and a half. He stopped running the game. But then something very interesting happened. Despite years going by, and many new runners emerging, RikerZ's world record remained unbroken. The leaderboard grew, and players got better, but RikerZ's years-old effort was too much to top. Finally, in 2016, someone broke through. His name was GreenUpRooter, and he beat RikerZ by 1 second.
Wait, he's in chat!
But unfortunately, he didn't record it. GreenUpRooter had recorded competitive times before this run, and is a trusted community member, so his 25:26 is taken at face value, but it can't be viewed today. That left the world record in an awkward place. It had taken 3.5 years to shave 1 unrecorded second off the record.
Yeah, right.
Now, there was no telling when it would be broken again. But in early 2016, a new runner was climbing up the leaderboards. Quickly, it became inevitable that he was going to be the next record holder. In April 2016, he officially did it, closing out a 25:23 to beat GreenUpRooter by 3 seconds. But this guy wasn't just any world record holder. He had reached the top, and he intended to stay there for a long time. His name was Ochgard.
That's not me.
Ochgard had been around the speedrunning block before, achieving top times in Mega Man X3, Crash Tag Team Racing, and many other games. It makes sense that he was quickly able to get the record in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. But what nobody could have expected is that the very next day, he did it again, a 25:22. And the next day, another record, a 25:19. Ochgard had set 3 world records in 3 days. He was more consistent than any player who had come before him, meaning he hit tricks more often and made fewer mistakes. A big place he saved time was in the escape, navigating through the platforms quicker and hesitating less. And overall, he was able to execute most tricks more cleanly, shaving fractions of a second off in several stages. After these 3 records, Ochgard took a break from the game. Nobody came close to challenging him, with the closest active runner still being 16 seconds away. His skill level was far ahead of the rest, so he didn't really need to keep defending the record.
Still kick a chat.
But he came back in August anyway, and immediately got a 5-second world record. Ochgard's 25:14 was his smoothest run yet. He cleaned up a small mistake in 5-3 from his last run, doing a small jump to be able to run under the blocks while on the log. His 5-4 execution was also smoother, as he didn't pound the blocks he landed on and was able to continue moving. And in 8-1, he didn't slow down as much while propellering over the lava. These all added up to a few seconds of time save, and he didn't lose any significant time anywhere else. With a 25-14, Otchgard had pulled way ahead, 12 seconds ahead of second place, and 21 seconds ahead of any active runner. He had set a total of 4 records, and barring any new developments, it seemed like nobody else had a real shot of catching him. But still, probably Otchgard's most unlikely feat was the 3-day streak of records he had back in April. Even setting a record on back-to-back days is extremely rare, so extending that streak to 3 days, it practically never happens. Not only did it show complete dominance of a category, but it showed a level of consistency that was unrivaled. It was undoubtedly a once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment for Otchgard.
Wow!
Yes, from August 16th through the 18th, Otchgard once again set 3 world records in a row. Doing this once was staggeringly unlikely, but in all my years of research, I've never heard of someone doing it twice. All 3 records were 25-12s, but each one was slightly lower than the last. The time saves were minimal, but impressive in their own right. The first record had a particularly clean Bowser's Castle, the second cleaned up a mistake in 5-3, and the final shaved a fraction of a second on the rolling hills in 8-2. But still, these 3 records weren't good enough for Otchgard. 2 weeks later, he'd lower it again with a 25-10, his 8th world record. Otchgard was quickly approaching a barrier, a sub-25 minute run. He was 10 seconds away. Did he have that much time left to save?
No way, absolutely.
Well, there were still fractions of a second he could get from cleaner movement throughout the stages. In terms of stuff he'd gotten in a run before, all that time save would put him at 25:05, still 5 seconds away. But there was one other trick he could go for. It would be the hardest trick in the run by far, but it would get him to sub 25. This is 556.
This part's really hard to watch, chat.
In the second half of the World 5 Fortress, the spiked walls move back and forth on a cycle throughout the entire level. Normally, with fast movement, you make it to the top and then have to wait a few seconds for the spikes to finish their cycle so you can get to the door. Typically, you enter the door with 546 left on the timer. However, with unbelievably fast movement, it's possible to barely reach the top a cycle early.
Ooh, baby!
You can just fit in before the spikes move and block your path, and you wind up reaching the door at 556. This was originally thought to be tool assisted only, as the precision involved is truly incredible. Your moves have to be just right, where the instant you land, you have to be starting your next jump up. But in late August 2016, Otchgard became the first human to pull off 556.
And he's got the recce.
He just barely squeezed in before the gap closed. But with this, he proved that it was a human viable trick.
No, it wasn't.
It saved 7.5 seconds, since the in-game timer moves a bit quicker than a real second, which means that when combined with the stages of 25:05, a sub 25 was indeed technically possible. So the goal was now in sight. With nobody else close to his skill level, Otchgard was the only one with any chance to do it. It was still a long shot goal, but at least there was a narrow path to sub 25. He would have to shave time off wherever he could, then nail 556 to get the bulk of the time save. If he could pull all that off, it would be an essentially unbeatable speedrun. For the rest of 2016, Otchgard played more than he ever had before. And over the next few months, this is what happened.
yeah, baby, that's it.
Oh my god.
That's him.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Is that you, Rob?
You did.
Yes.
Oh, shit. There's just no fear in this man. He just does it all. What is this?
After weeks of trying, it had
Just
happened.
weeks.
The legendary, unimaginable sub 25.
Just weeks, baby.
This was very close to being a perfect speedrun. At the end of a run that had gotten 556, that was 5 seconds ahead of the record, Ochgard was able to get a gold split on Bowser's Castle. It was the fastest he had ever completed the last stage in a run. His movement was impeccable, and he saved all the time he could. Ochgard could finally celebrate and take it easy. He had gotten his ultimate run, and there was no need to bother defending it. And so, he didn't.
Okay, time to party.
For the rest of 2016 and throughout 2017, nobody was really doing world record attempts in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The community considered Ochgard's time to be essentially unbeatable. And it made sense why. First, you'd have to get 556, which fellow top runner Gix01 described as a 1 in 50 trick. Then you'd have to find a way to save time in one of the other stages. Ochgard did not leave much room for this. And finally, you'd have to match his incredible Bowser's Castle split, which ended with a 5:11 on the in-game timer.
It just ain't happening.
As 2017 progressed, people did improve their times, but nobody was close to 24:58. Entering 2018, it really did seem as though Ochgard had achieved an unbeatable world record. Ochgard himself felt that maybe on the outer limit, a 24:55 would be possible. By doing quicker wall kicks in 5-4, doing spins later into jumps in the airship so Mario moved faster for longer, and other small optimizations like those. He stopped short of calling his record unbeatable, but it's clear that neither he nor anybody else in the community felt there was much wiggle room. And then, in April 2018, this happened. It's 24:45. How on earth was that possible? Well, certainly this run pulled out all the stops, like 556, right? No, this run didn't have 556, so it lost a little over 7 seconds. Well, certainly this time was achieved by an established runner like Ochgard, right? No, it was from a new runner named Fade Vanity. Alright, so what happened here? Well, Fade Vanity was a runner who quickly rose up the leaderboards in early 2018 until he had a low 25. He performed the 24:45 on April 13th, 2018, and other than missing 556, the run was incredibly smooth from start to finish.
By the way.
8-2 in particular was fantastic, finishing with a nearly unheard of 4:24 on the in-game timer. But that's not why this run was the record. This run had a massive time save because of a huge new trick in the airship.
Glitch!
And that trick is called Bombless.
Glitch! Wait.
At the end of the World 8 airship, you have to fight Bowser Jr. The intended way to fight him is to wait for him to drop a bomb, then ground pound to send it back up to hit him. Do that 3 times and Bowser Jr. is defeated.
You're gonna go up
For
the wall
years, that's how players fought him in runs.
You're gonna go up the wall.
However, in August 2017, runner I Love SMB found that in the World's 6 airship, it was possible to defeat Bowser Jr. by jumping on him 3 times, instead of using the intended clown cars. Runners then theorized that this could apply in the World 8 airship fight as well, which is what you do in an any percent run. However, the gap between Bowser Jr. and the top of the screen is smaller than Mario's hitbox, so despite players trying, nobody could fit in the gap to hit Bowser Jr. on the head. For a few months, that was the end of it. But in January 2018, former world record holder Green Up Rooter figured it out. The key was Bowser Jr.'s movement. He not only moves horizontally, but also vertically in a sinusoidal pattern, oscillating from a low point to a high point. So if you fly up to him, then perform a ground pound in a 1 to 2 frame window when Bowser Jr. is at the lowest point in his oscillation, Mario's hitbox briefly shrinks just enough to fit in the gap so you can hit Bowser Jr. If you're able to pull this off, it saves 13 seconds, an incredible amount of time for a run like this. The problem is, it's really difficult. The only way to practice it was to load a file with propeller shrooms, then play the second half of the stage over and over. When Green Up Rooter first discovered it in January 2018, it was thought to be an RNG related trick because nobody could hit it with any consistency. In fact, it took 2 more months before somebody hit it in a run, when Gix got it in March. Doing bombless saves up to 13 seconds, but doing double bombless, where you skip 2 of the 3 bombs, saves up to 20. Triple bombless would actually lose time since simply ground pounding the other bomb is faster. But despite double bombless being theoretically known to be possible, nobody had ever performed it, even in practice. You'd have to hit the most precise trick in the game twice in a row. It just wasn't realistic. So that's what made it even more crazy when Fade Vanity got the world's first ever double bombless and finished the run as his 24:45 world record.
What a sick fuck, man.
I did it! I did it! I did it! Oh my fucking god, I did it.
He's British!
Sadly, Fade Vanity quit speedrunning in 2021 and deleted all videos of his runs. So, many of his world records are lost today, including his 24:45. A small amount of footage from this run and others were preserved in Connor01's record history video, so we can see glimpses of what he did. But when he set this record in April 2018, the community was absolutely shocked at his accomplishment.
That's a good job.
And still, there was clearly more time to save. He didn't get 556, so a run in the 24:30s and possibly lower was possible. Fade Vanity was the new top runner of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and while little footage remains of what he did over the next several months, his impact and legacy continue to this day.
Yeah, hard to chat for it.
With time still left on the table, Fade Vanity committed to attempts, and went all out to drive the record down.
Dude, I didn't learn how to chew my food. Wall kicking here makes the 5.56 cycle easier. I knew that.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We fucking did it. Let's go. 3x. Come on. Let's go.
Tommy strap.
Let's take a stroll over to the new Super Mario Bros. Wii leaderboards. You've got a number of runners with a low 25-minute time, and a few that had just broken into the 24-minute barrier, with the lowest being a 24:57. Then, you have Fade Vanity, one of the most dominant record holders in all of speedrunning. He had set 5 records now, and when combining 5.56, double bombless, and tight execution all around, he managed to take it under 24:30. Fade took a break after this, and his record really didn't seem to be in jeopardy. A few months went by, and while runners like the Coding Boy and DCA did creep into the 24:40s, there was still a lot of separation. It had turned into a battle for second place, which changed hands a few times in late 2019. But nobody had a chance of catching Fade Vanity.
Until
nobody had his consistency or skill. As for Fade himself, he initially didn't have much of a need to continue playing the category. But by early 2020, new strategies were found once again. The days of huge time saves seemed to be in the past, but minor strategies like this would be crucial in finding time to save over the record. They both came in World 8, and were both found by Astix. In 8.1, normally you have to significantly slow down after propellering over this lava. However, by picking up and carrying a shell, you can throw it and end Mario's spin early, meaning you slow down much less. In 8.2, the rolling hills throughout the stage can destroy your speed. However, Astix found that by crouch jumping and releasing the crouch at the top of the jump, Mario's speed is reset back to normal, and once again you don't have to slow down as much. In total, these tricks saved about 1.5 seconds, meaning the potential was there for Fade to continue lowering the record. And on January 9th, 2020, that's exactly what he did.
Boom! Gas! Broke the tie.
Broke the tie? What tie? Well, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii leaderboard was going through a transition at this point. See, whenever the game fades to black, it's loading what comes next.
Right.
These loads vary from disc to disc, console to console, or even within the same disc or console.
Wow.
Each load might only vary by a few tenths of a second, but over the course of a run, this can add up to 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That means that a player can have a much faster run, but fall behind because of loading times outside of their control.
I told you this, chat.
So, the community was transitioning towards subtracting all loads out of the final time. This would level the playing field, and as a byproduct, lower the time of each run by a bit over 2 minutes. Fade's 24:29 converted to a time of 22:20 without loads.
Okay,
in January 2020, a runner named uVideo completed a run of 24:35 with loads that the community thought might have tied Fade's run when retimed without loads, hence the comment at the end of Fade's run. It ended up being just behind it with a 22:23, but when Fade got his 24:28, that removed all doubt, and Fade was securely on top once again. In March 2020, timing without loads was made official, and the world record was now a 22:19. It's also worth mentioning that in recent months, players discovered that the way they originally retimed runs added a couple seconds in certain cases. Fade's 22:19 was originally timed as a 22:21, but for this video I'll be using retimed times for accuracy. Through the first few months of 2020, the leaderboard was starting to get tight at the top. The record remained the same, but people like uVideo were now just seconds away.
He should have just not said
Fade
anything.
Vanity had been in the top spot for over 2 years, setting 6 records and lowering the time by half a minute in the process. He was the third long-lasting record holder in the game's history, mirroring the domination that Riker Z and Ochgard once had.
Right.
But other players were starting to catch up. Everyone's record reign needs to end someday, and with increased pressure at the top of the leaderboard, it seemed inevitable that a breakthrough was coming.
Until...
And on July 2nd, that breakthrough finally came. This is Pidgey. Pidgey was early on a clear candidate to take the record. He was a former world record holder in New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, so making the switch to the Wii version came naturally to him. After running the game for just a few months, Pidgey was within seconds of Fade Vanity's time. And on July 2nd, 2020, he got a 22:19.4, just barely ahead of Fade for a new world record. New strategies in World 5 were a key for this run. There was an even easier method for getting 556, developed by Tutti Polo. By doing an additional wall kick here, you're set up to more easily make it to the second wall kick, and have a much better chance at getting the fast cycle. And in 5-3, Monster found a trick nicknamed the Weird Shell Strat. If you're fast enough, you arrive at this Koopa right after he stops to dance, and can then pick him up to kill the Bramball and save half a second. There's also randomness on the overworld maps. The World 1 Goomba moves 3 times clockwise, meaning there's one direction he never moves. If this one direction is up, you save 35 frames, since the Goomba's up animation takes the longest. On the other hand, if that one direction is down, you lose that time, since down is his shortest animation. World 5 has similar randomness with the Piranha Plant, but it's less understood than the Goomba. These two spots have about a second of time variance combined, which is entirely out of the player's control. So, in July 2020, this was the state of the New Super Mario Bros. Wii leaderboard. In first place, you had Pidgey, the newcomer who clearly had enormous potential. And just a half second behind him, you had Fade Vanity, the veteran who had proven himself time and time again. So, who was better? Well, just 4 days later, Pidgey would set his second world record, a slightly lower 22:19. He saved time by successfully getting the shell boost in 8-1, but lost a bit in Bowser's Castle. 2 records in a row from Pidgey. It seemed he might be there to stay. But just 2 weeks later, Fade Vanity was back. Fade got a 22:18, marking the first time in the game's history that someone reclaimed the record after losing it. The time save mostly came from optimizing movement, and Fade was back on top. 6 days later, he was dethroned. A 22:16 from Pidgey, a run that matched the fastest he had ever performed Bowser's Castle before. In October, a 22:15 from Pidgey. A month later, a lower 22:15 from Fade Vanity. 2 weeks later, a new record from Pidgey. That was 7 world records in the last 5 months. One new option they had was Bombful in 5-4. This stage had many small movement optimizations over the years, but Bombful was the biggest one. Yacker Tracker found that if you precisely jump off the first bomb, spin at the right time to bounce off the second bomb, then do a blind twirl and bounce off the third bomb, it's possible to make it to the end of the stage without hesitating. It saves 2 seconds, but is incredibly difficult, and most players didn't choose to implement it. A few months later, Pidgey would strike again with a remarkable 22:13. But in May, probably the most bizarre moment in the game's history took place. A runner named Skippy had been a world record contender for months, but perpetually remained a few seconds behind the top spot. His skill level was right there, but stringing everything together for a world record run is incredibly challenging.
Yeah, that's where chances been.
On May 2nd, Skippy got a run off to a good start, essentially remaining tied with Pidgey's record through World 5. However, he started bleeding time in World 8, with a worse transition into the pipe in 8-2 and some sloppy movement in the airship.
Ah, fuck you,
Combined, these lost him a couple seconds, so despite matching Pidgey's Bowser's Castle, a new record was out of the question. Still, after the run he subtracted the loads, and he could see how much he missed the record by. he hadn't missed the record. Skippy had just gotten a 22:13.167, a new world record by half a second.
Somehow,
this
son
did
of a bitch
not
summoning
make
spell
sense.
always knows how to keep me in.
He was tied going into World 8, then lost some time and finished the run. He didn't gain that time back anywhere. It was still a very well executed run, but this should not have been world record. Yet somehow, the time was faster than Pidgey's run. What happened? Well, the community looked into it. Runner Curran Joseph made a video removing all gameplay from Skippy's run, leaving just the overworld screens and cutscenes. He then compared this video to Pidgey's non-gameplay sections. Everything was roughly in sync through Worlds 1 and 5. But then, they arrived at the cutscene after stage 8-7. 2 seconds faster. Curran quickly figured out why. You have so he selected the 4x3 mode. The game runs identically in each mode for an any percent run, except during the cutscene after 8-7. And the camera stops moving about 2 seconds sooner. Despite this seeming like an obvious find, players didn't discover this before Skippy's run. In fact, only one prior record holder played in 4x3. Later, there were suddenly 2 more seconds on the table. So now, at the top of the leaderboard, you had 3 real record contenders, and while he may have benefited from the faster cutscene, he was still an incredibly talented. Billy began to ascend up the leaderboards in late 2020. By the end of the year, he was in the top 10, and a month later, he was a bonumful in 5-4, and was about 3 seconds ahead of the record into Bowser's Castle.
Yo, Bill!
Unfortunately, he misguided a fireball in thousands of attempts, and partially thanks to the boost given by playing on 4x3, he found himself on world record pace with regularity. And a few weeks after Skippy's record, Billy was on another run deep. He lost Bowser's Castle and tried to close it out for good. Billy's run finished at he was now the 7th record holder in the game's history, and bombless and a clean Bowser's Castle, and the result was a world record.
We knew it.
Once again, the game was approaching a barrier, was starting to seem feasible. But what time was left to save? Well, most of it was in World 5. Cleaner movement would save a second in 5-4, and Bombful would save a couple more. There were also minor to a run just under 22:10. But there was work to do to get to that 2:10. As time goes on, most speedruns see smaller and the last several records had all been improvements by a second or half 4 seconds. You have to go 11 records back in time to Fade Vanity's 24:29. The point is, it was gonna take a while to get the record under 22:10. Multiple improvements would have to be made. An incredible run was on the horizon, but it would take time to get it there. And then, in one attempt, Pidgey decided to lay waste. He got the shell boost in 8-1 and the crouch jumps in 8-2. After Haby, it was right on the border between 2209 and 2210. And the sub 2210 could be his.
He does not play this music unless he fucking hits it. You know he's gonna fucking hit it. He will not play this music unless he hits it. He's never played this music unless the guy hits it. You know he's gonna hit that shit. There, right here.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii has motion controls for certain actions. If you shake the Wii remote with the propeller suit, you fly into the air. Pidgey had made it to the end, then put down his controller to hit the split button, but he did it a fraction of a second too soon, and it registered as a spin. At first, the community wasn't sure if this would still be a world record. They couldn't tell until they removed the loads and retimed it. And when they did, Pidgey found out that he had missed the world record by 2 frames. It goes without saying how hard it is to come back from moments like this, when you're so close and lose your ultimate goal to something as trivial as motion controls. and it's exceptionally hard to accept when you have competitors like Pidgey did. Billy still had the world record, and Skippy was just 1 second behind. He had done nearly 4,000 attempts, ran the game for over 2 years, and had never had a pace this good this deep into the
I've
run.
always said motion controls are
And sadly,
for subhuman.
there was no telling when he'd get there again. 11 days later, Pidgey had pulled a Dave Steeb. It took him just a week and a half to get back on the exact same pace. And I mean the exact same pace. It was almost an identical run into Bowser's Castle. He'd had a nearly flawless World 5 other than skipping Bombful, and hit the same tricks in World 8. He nailed Double Bombless, and just like that, Pidgey had given himself another chance. Once again, he had to get through the escape.
Right here. This is it. The praise are in chat.
Redemption for Pidgey. His miss from 11 days ago could have haunted him for months, but instead, in one straight shot, Pidgey had jumped all the way to sub 22:10. It was a landmark world record, and as the community celebrated, it was pretty clear that this one was gonna stand for a while. There were still other competitors at the top, but Pidgey had gotten nearly everything you could get in a speedrun of the game. It was too tall of an order. And so, throughout the rest of 2021 and into 2022, Pidgey's 2209 remained alone at the top.
And then...
In early 2022, competition continued to increase.
What?
New names appeared in the top 10, and pressure was starting to mount.
Although...
But Pidgey's records still remained strong. The fact that he had gotten a 2209 when nobody else could get below a high 2211 was indicative of his skill level. Even after months of attempts from the world's best runners, no one was beating it. The simple fact was, without getting Bombful in 5-4, Pidgey's record would be next to impossible to beat. And nobody was up to the task of getting it in a fast enough run.
But then...
Until Billy came back. On March 26th, 2022, Billy had a fairly clean run into World 5.
Yeah!
He hit Bombful in 5-4, gaining a couple of seconds over the record and instantly making his run much more serious. He then gained more time in the Ghost House via the meme jump through the Boo Ring. Unfortunately, he lost time in both 8-7 and the airship, so despite making it through Double Bombless, he was about even with the record into Bowser's Castle. He'd need an unbelievable last stage for this to have a shot at the record. And all Billy did was proceed to have the best Bowser's Castle ever performed in a record run. And he beat Pidgey by less than 0.2 of a second. This run is the current world record of New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
What?
Sub 22 might seem close, but right now it's quite unrealistic. A theoretical God run could clock in a few seconds above 22 minutes, but it's hard to see a path to a record below that at the moment. That being said, I have little doubt it'll one day come. Eventually, we'll hear of a 21-minute any percent run, but that day is not today. This is the history of New Super Mario Bros. Wii world records. Thanks for watching.
Is that a consolation? Dude, really good video, holy fuck. But it always is. Dude, he's a small streamer, support him. As always, thanks for watching. No, it's a really good video. I love learning. that I'm learning that I linked the wrong video.